Warm greetings from the high tea, and it is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me this afternoon. This is a update compilation video pertaining to information of the disappearance of Desheena Kyle, 27 years old, missing out of Knoxville, Tennessee, an African-American female. Collierville shooting, the press conference of the Petito family, and the hunt for Brian Laundrie. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless all of you. Just bear with me, please. I'm going to bring you said information pertaining to Desheena Kyle. Prayers to the Kyle family, Turner family, all those who are related to Miss Kyle. You have my prayers at this moment. And if you need anything, you can call on the Queen. She will be there. She'll always be there. Amen. Thank you. This is by Knox News. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Investigation into the disappearance of Desheena Kyle leads to discovery of an unidentified body. This was uploaded yesterday at 7:16 p.m. And when you open up this article by the Knox News, you will see a picture of a house, a blue house with a front porch, and it is surrounded by trees. And this is believed to be the location of where a body was found. Knoxville police said Tuesday evening that a body has been discovered at a home on 6900 block of Sam Tillery Road in North Knox County. Police say that the body has been taken for forensic examination. They do not yet know the identity or sex of the individual. The cause of death is undetermined at this time. In the said photo, there will be 5 photos, and it will be of Miss Kyle's family members. The body was found during the course of the investigation into the disappearance of Desheena Kyle. Police said the home where the body was found was the former residence of a deceased relative of Kyle's ex-boyfriend. Kyle is a Knoxville woman who has been missing for months. She was last seen in late June at her Wilson Road apartment, and police and family members have said her disappearance is suspicious. Knoxville police said they had a suspect in her disappearance, but the man has not been charged in what police are now calling a homicide investigation. During the search for Kyle, he was in jail on unrelated charges. Knox News is not naming the suspect because he has not been charged. And then there's a previous article that says, frustrated over lack of action in her case, community sets out to find Desheena Kyle. So you can also go into the Knox News to find information pertaining to the search of Desheena Kyle, where the family members went on foot, on ground, a week or so ago to search for her. This said information is by Knox News. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, Lordy. I have one more piece of information, and then it is also by Knox News. If you need verification, thank you for joining me. Suspect in Desheena Kyle case is in jail, but hasn't been charged in her disappearance. This was information uploaded on the 23rd of this month. Knoxville police say they have a suspect in the disappearance of Desheena Kyle, a 27-year-old woman who went missing about 3 months ago, but the man has not been charged in what police are now calling a homicide investigation. Inside the said article, you will see video from the prayer vigil that I did attend a few months ago. This was in hope and prayer for a safe return of Desheena Kyle. And inside this said article, you will see a video of several people, including myself, gathering to discuss the life of Miss Desheena Kyle, and people gave their commentary pertaining to Miss Kyle at this prayer vigil. And you will see the release of purple balloons, which is her favorite color, purple. And they released the balloons at the end of the prayer vigil. And you will see that in the said article. Knox News is the source. And as I state, a suspect that they have in mind is currently in jail, but he has not been charged with Miss Kyle's disappearance and or homicide investigation, rather. And Knox News is not naming him because he has not been charged. Police investigators are digging into what role the 29-year-old Knoxville man may have played in her June disappearance, according to records obtained by Knox News and a news release from the department. We felt all along that he was someone involved in this. We obviously want justice in this, but more than anything, we want to find Desheena, Rita Turner, Kyle's aunt, told Knox News on Thursday. We are a family of faith and prepare for whatever comes of this. Kyle's loved ones held a vigil for her in early July and arranged a search for her on Thursday evening throughout Knoxville. Investigators asked anyone with information on Kyle's whereabouts or details about her disappearance to contact East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers at 800-222-8477 or East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers.org. Tipsters can remain anonymous. Around the time of her disappearance, two witnesses told Knoxville Police Department investigators they saw the man arrive at Kyle's apartment complex around lunchtime on June 18th. The witnesses said they heard yelling and arguing and the sound of glass breaking. One of the witnesses said he saw the man place both hands around Kyle's neck during the altercation. That day marked the last verified sighting of Kyle. She stopped showing up to work. Calls to her phone went straight to voicemail. Family members reported her missing after they didn't hear from her on June 25th, her 27th birthday. As Kyle's family called for urgency in the investigation, the suspect sat in jail where he remains. Police arrested him July 7th on a violation of probation charge, then searched his bedroom and reported finding a half ounce of cocaine, a handgun, 4 cell phones, scales, and nearly $5,000 in cash. Arrest warrants state. Alan E. Schwartz, an attorney who represents the suspect, declined to comment Thursday on Kyle's disappearance. Apartment in disarray. A window had been broken at Kyle's apartment on Wilson Road. Kyle reported it to management at Nob Hill Apartments, telling them her angry ex-boyfriend had done it. A manager took a photo of the broken window about 1 p.m. on June 18th. Kyle didn't call the police. 1 week later, on June 25th, Kyle's aunt, Rita Turner, went to Kyle's apartment after the family hadn't heard from her in 8 days. Turner found the front door locked and a rear window broken, with bits of shattered glass laying on the windowsill and ground. Kyle's car was parked in his usual spot outside. Turner called the police. A Knoxville Police Department sergeant arrived and asked an apartment manager to open the door to Kyle's apartment for a welfare check. Kyle's small dog ran outside. Family members said she would have never left her beloved pet behind. Kyle's apartment was in disarray. The broken window police found could be opened from the outside. Interesting. Very interesting. Turner told police Kyle and the suspect had a toxic on-again, off-again relationship. After Kyle went missing, the suspect spoke to police and denied having any knowledge of her whereabouts. He had been on probation since pleading guilty in 2019 to 1 count of possessing half a gram of cocaine, but earlier this year, he stopped showing up for drug tests and meetings with a social worker. And so 11 days after Kyle was reported missing, authorities swore out a warrant for his arrest. Excuse me. The next day, on July 7th, police and probation officers went to the man's home in Lonsdale and arrested him for violating his probation after a 2-hour standoff. Police had a search warrant and they tacked on gun and drug charges after raiding his bedroom. He was booked into jail and his bond has been denied. And I'm going to read this bottom statement. Angela Dennis covers issues at the intersection of race and equity through both contemporary and historical lenses. Well, thank you, ma'am. Knox News is the source. Excuse me. I'm not together right now. Very angry. Mercy. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining me. So we have more information now that her apartment was in disarray. The window was broken. You could open it from the outside. A dog was left behind that ran out when Miss Rita Turner, the aunt, had the landlord open the apartment for a welfare check. But what I'd like to know are who are the witnesses that state they saw him choke her, because I'm going to reread that, because a queen leaves no stone unturned in any situation that I discuss on my channel. I'm going to go back and reread what was said. It said, witnesses said they heard yelling and arguing and the sound of glass breaking. One of the witnesses said he saw the man place both hands around Kyle's neck during the altercation. And that day marked the last verified sighting of Kyle. She stopped showing up to work, calls to her phone, went straight to voicemail. Family members reported her missing after they didn't hear from her on June 25th, her 27th birthday. So much for a birthday. So I'd like to know, was he choking her outside the apartment? Because how could you have seen him choke her? So did he choke her outside or he choked her inside? If he choked her inside, then that means what? You were inside when you saw it? Where were you when you saw him choking? And if you saw him choking her, why didn't you call the police? You see, that's what's wrong with everything right now. It's because nobody wants to say a damn thing about nothing. Yeah, the queen crump. And I'm not what you want today. So if you're listening out there, I don't give a damn who's related to whom out here. Queen don't care about none of that. I'm going to say what I want to say. This is my channel. Why didn't somebody call the damn police if you saw him choking her? When you heard the glass breaking, you could have called. You ain't got to give your damn name. You call about every damn thing else. Y'all see every damn thing else you want. You know when somebody's doing this, doing that. Who's seeing who got the lights cut off, who got company. But somebody being choked, you don't got nothing to damn say. I'm pissed the fuck off. Pissed the fuck off. Because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of people deciding to be involved when they want to. You a day late, dollar short right now. Because what we got to ask ourselves, if you called, how did she get gone so quickly? And I could be jumping the gun by what I'm saying. But I'm saying that had somebody called the police saying there's an altercation, I'm hearing glass breaking, I'm hearing somebody hollering and screaming for their life. I just saw a woman choked. Perhaps law enforcement would have been there, Johnny on the spot. That's all I'm saying. There's also another woman missing in Knoxville. It's a Caucasian lady. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. There's something in the water. You all just sloughing off these people like they're nobodies. Well, they are somebody because they're a child of God if they don't belong to nobody that want to claim them. Come on, Queen. See, it's not your place to take nobody. And it ain't this, Lord help me, Jesus. Because I'm about to call this fool out his damn name. I don't feel nothing for you. I hope your ass rot in there. Yeah, I'm going to say that. But I hope your ass rot in there. Because she wasn't yours to take. She didn't belong to you. That was not your child. And if she was your child, she still wouldn't have been yours to take. Prayers to the family of Desheena Kyle. Another body has been found and dumped. And we also have a Caucasian lady missing out of Knoxville. And I'm praying. It's not going to really matter whose body it is, it's somebody's body. But I'm wondering if this is also the body of this other lady who is currently missing out of Knoxville. I don't understand what's going on. Make me understand. I'm going to bring that information to just a second. This is sick. Very sick. A body was found after 5 p.m. Tuesday in a wooded area in 1300 block of Mount Olive Road in South Knox County. Knox County Sheriff Tom Spangler and Major Crimes Unit detectives are on the scene. The Sheriff's Office Forensics Unit processed the scene, and this investigation will lead by major crimes, according to a KCSO spokesperson. We're told a man who owns property in the area went to do a routine check of the grounds. That's when he discovered the body and called police. A reporter talked to Sheriff Tom Spangler at the scene. It's a very wooded area, very rough terrain, and very off the beaten path, if you will. So obviously, it's going to take us a while to do the investigation we're doing here right now. Spangler says that they're in the preliminary stages of the investigation. He says it could take a few days before they learn the identity of the deceased. So now we have another body dumped in Knoxville, Tennessee. And this is in South Knoxville. And then the body of another person was discovered in North Knoxville. And we currently have a Caucasian female missing. I don't understand. I will bring you that information. I'm just going to mention everybody that's missing. What do I have to lose at this point? Thank you. KPD searching for missing woman. Knoxville Police Department officers are searching for a 45-year-old woman who was last seen on September 22nd. This female is a Caucasian female with blonde hair. Knoxville Police Department officers are searching for Dolly Muncie, who was last seen on September 22nd. The 45-year-old was last seen at her residence in the 1100 block of Valley Drive, but it is unknown how she left her house, according to officials. Muncie is 5'2" with hazel eyes, brown chin length hair, and has a prominent tattoo on her chest that says John John. Anyone with information is urged to contact the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers by phone at 1-800-222-8477, online or via the free mobile app P3 Tips. If you know of this lady, Miss Muncie, Dolly is 45 years of age. She is 5'2", hazel eyes, brown chin length hair. In the picture, it can appear blonde. If you know anything about her, please call the Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. And what is sad is that there is another body that was just found. Lord have mercy. I give up. So I don't understand what's going on. You people just killing these people. You're just killing these women and just dumping them like trash. And this is insane. Thank you all so much. They will gladly appreciate your prayers, the Kyle family and the family of Miss Muncie. She's currently missing. This is a Caucasian female missing out of Knoxville. This is all news as of the last 24 hours that I'm bringing to you. 2 disappearances of women, one black and one is white, and 2 bodies have been found. Lord Jesus, somebody help me, because I'm drowning up here. I'm going to go ahead to my next story, because I got to let God take care of it, because I know He's going to handle it. He's going to handle this. Oh, man. This is pertaining to the shooting in Collierville, Tennessee, 39 minutes outside of Memphis. This is an update. CNN is the source. Man who opened fire in Tennessee Kroger was asked to leave his job the morning of the incident, police say. Investigators have learned that the shooter identified in an attack Thursday at a Tennessee Kroger, which killed at least one person and wounded 14, was asked to leave his job that morning, according to an update provided by the Collierville Police Department on Monday. The shooter, identified by police, is 29-year-old UK Tang. I guess I'm pronouncing it correctly, moved into Collierville in the summer of 2020 and was a third-party vendor working inside Kroger, the update said. Collierville police are processing electronic evidence as well as the crime scene vehicles and interviewing other potential witnesses in the case, the update said. With active police investigations, many of the case details cannot be shared until the investigation is complete, the release added. When the shooting began Thursday, 44 employees were working in the store. Police Chief Dale Lane said by the end, at least one person, customer Olivia King, was killed in the chaos, Kroger said. Our family is devastated by this senseless act of violence, King's family said in an earlier written statement to CNN affiliate WHBQ. They asked for prayers for all the families and friends affected by the events today, as well as God's mercy on the shooter and his family. In total, the man shot 10 employees and 5 customers. Of those wounded, 4 victims remain at Regional 1 Hospital in Memphis in stable condition, according to the release. The shooter was found dead, apparently, of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, Lane said. In the coming days, officials from the town and Kroger are expected to meet to discuss the reopening of the Kroger store, as well as next steps involving employee and community support, the update said. Kroger spokesperson Teresa Dickerson said that the grocery chain is providing counseling for the store workers. Shootings have happened in at least 2 other grocery stores this year. In March, a mass shooting in Boulder, Colorado left 10 people dead, and 1 person was killed in a supermarket shooting at West Hampstead, New York in April. Around 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time Thursday, the Collierville Communications Center received a 911 call about an active shooter at the Kroger. Lane told reporters outside the store. There actually was a patrol car near the store when the 911 call came in, Lane said. Brignetta Dickerson was working the cash register when she said the shooting began in the deli section. She told WMC she ran with some of her coworkers to hide, but the gunman came right behind them and started shooting. He kept on shooting, Dickerson said. He shot one of my coworkers in the head and then shot one of the customers in the stomach, and then my other customer got kind of like cuts because of the asphalt. Dickerson, who has worked for Kroger for 32 years, said she was okay but a little scared and shaky. When officers entered the store, they found people who had been shot. A SWAT team, patrol officers, and other command staff members went aisle to aisle and room to room, bringing out employees who were hiding and helping the injured victims, Lang said. Some people were down on the ground pretending to be shot. Amen. That's what you're supposed to do. You always play dead. Amen. And an employee who ran to the roof was eventually escorted down, he said. Several employees were found hiding in freezers or locked in offices. They were doing what they had been trained to do: run, hide, fight, Lane said. The shooting was over minutes after police received a call, and investigators believe the gunman fatally shot himself as we were pulling up to the scene, Lane said. CNN is the source for this information. Why in the hell did you shoot these people? What did they say to you that you got to go shoot all them people? If I'm angry at my damn job, it's so bad I feel like I want to reach out and touch somebody, I'm going to hand in my baton. F this job, you can have it. I don't want it. I don't need it. That's the attitude you got to have. You can't let the devil steal your joy, because that's what he will do. He will send people to steal your joy. And that's what he let the devil do, was steal his joy for whatever reason. So then he took it out on innocent people. I don't know who said what to whom, who initiated what on that fateful day, but it wasn't worth the casualties. Sometimes you got to know when to fold and say, you know what, the hell with it. They can have this damn job. I don't need it. I'd rather have my peace of mind and my sanity than to go out and shoot people and kill myself. Prayers to the victims, the community of Collierville, the first responders, thank you. And for those who played dead, amen. You know the game. Lay still. Let them step over you. Because you can see he didn't give a damn about who was in the way. He did not give a damn. And he was obviously lost on that afternoon. And I don't know what this man was going through, but it had to be bad for him to decide to go ham, leave out of the store allegedly, come back in and start shooting people. And thank you, Miss Lady, who was guiding the people out of there to the back of the store to get them to safety. Miss Dickerson, amen. Thank you. God is good. That's my information for Collierville. Prayers for Desheena Kyle. When I get more information pertaining to Desheena Kyle, I will bring confirmation to that said storyline. Ask to have respect for the family, and prayers to Collierville, the victims. Prayers and prayers for the lady who passed away in that deadly shooting down in Tennessee. The next information is pertaining to Gabby Petito. Thank you for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Oh, mercy. There's a lot going on with this young lady.
Good afternoon. From the moment Nicole called to report that Gabby was missing, the worst fears of any parent played out before our eyes. That nightmare became a reality when the Grand Teton search and rescue team located their beautiful daughter. During that time, they had an outpouring of love and affection and sympathy from not just their family and friends, but from the law enforcement community, the press, and from people around the world. And for that, they thank you. They've been given the time and the...
Ooh, sorry about that.
Like you doing in a place like this. Yeah, so
commercial. Lord have mercy. Sorry about that.
In the space to grieve this awful loss. And we ask that you continue to respect their privacy and give them the space and time to go through this difficult process. Gabby Petito was a beautiful woman. Her infectious smile and love of life made people gravitate to her. Gabby Petito loved life, loved people, and loved experiences. She was the bright light in everyone's life that knew her. Gabby's family does not want that light to dim, and they want to make some good from this awful tragedy. That's why they're starting the Gabby Petito Foundation. I'm joined today with Joe and Tara Petito, with Jim and Nicole Schmidt, and close friend Gary Ryder. They're going to make some statements, and after that, we're going to take some questions. Nick. No.
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that we encountered out west in Wyoming, all of the law enforcement agencies out there and across the country for doing an amazing job with locating Gabby. Especially want to thank the Teton County Search and Rescue Team, who is a all-volunteer agency that had come together. They are highly trained, and they were a part of that mission to find Gabby, and they did an unbelievable job. We were so grateful for everybody out there. They were second to none. They were unbelievable, and we are forever grateful for that. And everybody back home who helped us as well. It was amazing that we were able to get her. We're just happy to have her.
You know, I'd actually like to thank all you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the media, press, especially the people that are behind the camera. All right, they don't get enough credit for what it is that they do. And so I do appreciate all that. Social media has been amazing. So I just like to thank everyone, for that. I do. It is greatly appreciated. That was very helpful in bringing our daughter home. So thank you very much.
I don't think we can thank everybody enough. I really want to thank the Aware Foundation and We Help the Missing for putting her poster out there. It reached over 2 million people within 48 hours. It's all over the world. And I especially want to thank Detective Tracy Barry of the 5th Precinct here in Patchogue. Because without her, we don't know when this would have even happened. She got the ball rolling. She's my angel, and I thank her the most. Thank you.
At this time, we'll be taking questions.
Dr. Burns, NBC News. The hashtag Justice for Gabby has been trending. You mentioned how much social media has been helpful in locating her and in this investigation. What does Justice for Gabby look like from here on?
Do I answer that? Yeah. Justice for Gabby is that we see justice for her homicide. The FBI has classified her death a homicide. They are the premier agency in the country. They're investigating her death, and we believe through their investigation, we will have justice for Gabby.
Rick,
Yes.
we haven't heard from the Laundrie family. We haven't been able to hear much from the FBI. They can't share a lot with us about Brian's whereabouts. Is there anything that you can tell us about the efforts to find him, what the family thinks about where he might be, and the Laundrie family silence?
Again, for the Laundrie's silence, the Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They sure is not going to help us find Brian. For Brian, we're asking you to turn yourself in to the FBI or the nearest law enforcement agency.
Yesterday, the Laundrie family released a statement saying that Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie are not helping Brian get away and hide. Do you believe it?
That's for the FBI to investigate. I believe that they're the preeminent law enforcement organization in this country, and I know they're investigating all avenues of this case.
Rick, can you, Trevor from ABC, you touched on trusting the FBI here. Does it bother the family at all that Brian Laundrie is still not named as a suspect in Gabby's disappearance?
The parents are 100% happy with the FBI. They've been with us at every single step of the way, and we know that they will bring justice for Gabby.
Foundation from CNN. Can you or the family talk at all about or describe what kind of contact you've had with the Laundrie family since early September, and what your previous relationship was like with that family while Gabby and Brian Laundrie were gone? Any sort of insight you can give us?
We're not going to talk about the relationship between the Petito, the Schmidt, and the Laundrie family. The Petito and Schmidt family have spoken with the FBI, and they've requested that we don't discuss any relationship between Gabby, between Brian, or between the three families.
The foundation,
Yes.
you don't want her light to go dim. So what will the foundation do to keep her light shining?
We're just hoping that through our tragedy with losing Gabby, that in the future that some good can come out of it, that we can help other people that may be in a similar situation, reach out to these other organizations that do similar things and find out what's missing. You know, what can we do to fill that void? What can we do to help people? Just from the Aware Foundation alone and reaching 2 million people, they told us that other law enforcement agencies are now starting to look back at other missing persons cases and starting to reinvestigate them and look into them. And we're just hopeful that we're able to help people in the future, you know, just try to get through something similar.
In the vein of not letting her light grow dim, I noticed Mom and Dad have some new tattoos that resemble that of Gabby. Would you be willing to tell us about that?
Yeah, these were tattoos that Gabby designed herself. She was an artist, and
I wanted to have her with me all the time, so
we'll
I feel that this helps
put
that.
them. We'll.
Can you all show us?
No,
Everybody.
it's all right with you. Let it be. Let it be.
Believe.
Yeah, sure.
And you said Gabby designed this.
Gabby drew this one.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the end all, right? We need positive stuff to come from the tragedy that happened. All right, we can't let her name be taken in vain. We need positive stuff. All right, so anything that we can do to bring that up and help people, that's what we want to do.
So you think Brian's still alive?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Yes. Just about the community coming together. I mean, even at the memorial almost every day, you have people coming from all over Long Island, from Montauk to the West End, because they all say they felt such a connection to Gabby. Like somebody said, she reminds them of her son and things like that. What does that mean to you? That she just drawn emotions from so many people over the country. I mean, I'm sure in your Blue Point community, the candles being lit. Can you just step up and possibly respond to that outpouring and what it's meant to you? I don't know how to respond to that. I just hope that people are inspired by her. It's hard to put into words, but it means a lot to me that she's touched so many lives already, and this is only 2 weeks into it, and I'm so proud of her for doing this, and we're going to keep it going. Like you said, keep the light going and help a lot of people if we can.
And will the foundation just be for missing children or missing adults as well? I think it said children, but I didn't know.
We're still working out, this has only been a few days, so we're still working that out. We want to help in any way we can. I just want to add to the last question that we've received letters, emails, cards from all over the world, from Australia, from Europe. We had people from Italy. We had people at the funeral that came from as far away as Texas, as Florida, as California. So people from all over the country have called and sent their well wishes.
Can you confirm that the fraudulent activity that Brian's been charged with, was that Gabby's car that he was using?
That's something you're going to have to talk to the FBI about, that I know that they have unsealed an indictment, so I believe they would be the best agency to deal with that.
And just a question for Joe. Joe, you mentioned social media. Can you tell me, do you feel obviously that the outpouring of people all across the world with tips coming in, that social media helped find Gabby? And how do you feel knowing that she was someone who wanted, she was in social media, the videos she made, everything else?
I don't want to dismiss the ridiculously hard work that the FBI and law enforcement all around did, but social media has been amazing and very influential. And to be honest, it should continue for other people too. This same type of heightened awareness should be continued for everyone. And that goes for you all too.
Joe, your words at the memorial service were very touching to many people. And I'm wondering if you've heard from people who heard your words about being inspired by Gabby's life and also leaving bad relationships.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Again, we've received messages from individuals on many issues since we started the foundation, and there are some that were really personal. And at this point, we're not going to get into that.
Has the family spoken to Jen Bethune, the woman who took the video of the dam?
We've spoken with numerous people that gave tips to the FBI and to us.
So they have spoken with Jen Bethune?
I believe they have.
What do you make of people like Doug the Bounty Hunter or John Walsh getting involved in looking at crime laundering?
Again, we, just like we ask for help to look from everyone, that if they see Brian Laundrie or any information on that, we're asking that they call the local law enforcement or the FBI. We welcome everybody's help to find him. And if you have any information, we're asking that you call the FBI tip line or your local police department. So we'll take help from everybody.
What's the plans for the names? Has FBI Denver contacted you about timing or when that might come back?
Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to do it?
I'll talk about it. So, part of our goal was we wanted to bring her home as quickly as possible. But it's important for the FBI, Teton County Sheriff's, the Teton County Coroner's Office to hold on to her for as long as they need. We want to make sure that no matter what, we do not impede their investigation in any way. we wanted her home immediately, but we understand their position, and we know that she's safe with them, and as long as she's with them. And it was a very tough decision to have to make to come home, but we felt it was important to come home so we could mourn her and celebrate her life and be with our family and friends. And when they're ready to release her, we will be bringing her home.
Have you gotten any of her things back from Florida?
Not yet.
Given how you guys made a plea to the world, the country, the world, to help reach Gabby, find Gabby, do you have a similar plea for the world to help find Gabby?
I want to help. I want to ask everyone to help all the people that are missing and need help. And like I said before, it's on all of you, everyone that's in this room, to do that. And if you don't do that for other people that are missing, that's a shame. Because it's not just Gabby that deserves that. So look to yourselves.
Amen.
On why not that's not being done.
That's right.
And with Brian, that's our focus is still on mourning Gabby and honoring Gabby. The FBI is doing everything they can, but we have our full faith in them. So.
Can you say anything about what your understanding is of what was going on between September 1st and September 11th? Is something you're going to talk about?
No, we're not going to comment on that. That's part of the investigation at this point.
Can I understand? Sean, the four parents again, with your tattoos just all together. Oh, yeah, sure. Maybe in front of the mic. Sorry.
That's all right. In front of the mics, there's a lot of wires.
I know,
You guys took your
When did you have these done?
We all had it done last time. We all did it together. Like you said, we've always co-parented Gabby together, and that's not going to stop now. We're going to do that. We're in this together.
And the three of them say let it be, and then mom's first says.
Mom has let it be as well.
I'm sorry, is that Gabby's handwriting? Is it the other flower, or is it just?
This is the way she had it written.
That's like they had it on her arm.
Yeah. So we all did it. Okay, all right, yes.
Yeah, the one on your arm.
And do you always have that line on your finger, or is it?
Gabby got that line.
You got that recently?
I got that last night too.
The light is red.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's on the bandage on. Oh, God took mine, I'm sorry. Thank you. Listen, you guys have been great, and I appreciate every one of you. And all the people, like I said, that are behind the cameras that don't get the credit. You guys were instrumental, but everyone deserves the same type of awareness and the same type of stuff. So, just thank you all. We're good? Good.
What's next?
We just have one question over here. What's next?
We don't stop.
Yeah, we don't stop. You know, remembering Gabby and keeping her name out there and fighting for other people out there like her. She's always with us every day. She's giving us signs. It's difficult. You know, we've been talking. We don't like where do you go from here? How do you go back to normal? Whatever normal may be from here on out. But we have each other. We're a big family. We have a huge support network. And we're just going to keep pushing forward and living every day and loving every day because that's what Gabby did and that's what we need to do.
You know, a lot of people would be very angry right now. Can you talk about, or do you at some level have anger, or is it just not happening now?
We go through our bouts. It's an emotional roller coaster. There's ups and downs. Days that we're full of pain and grief. Sometimes angry, but it's a stop. You take a breath. Remember Gabby and all the great times we had with her, all the good memories, and all the good things we want to do in her name in the future. And that's what picks you up. That's what carries you through. And hopefully will keep us going from here on out.
And Jim, what kind of signs has she been giving you? Can you step up a little bit? Thanks. We actually got behind a car yesterday, and there was a Wyoming sticker And the letters were GBZ.
Gabs.
Gabs. She's with us. She's with us.
She's with us. All right. She's with us.
I think we're good.
The songs are there. You just have to look for them.
Thank you all so much.
Appreciate everyone.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's said information. You can find this in the YouTube queue pertaining to the press conference. I'm a little late from bringing you the information because I was a lot going on yesterday. NBC New York 4 is the source for that said information. I have more information to bring to you pertaining to this case. That was probably the only thing I'll probably discuss pertaining to the Petitos and Miss Gabby. Everything else is pertaining to that buffoon that they're out there looking for right now. I'm going to try to bring you everything that I got. Hold on one second. As I brought you commentary the other day, that right now the search for Mr. Laundrie has been shrunk and target. It's now scaled back. FBI has taken over the search. I brought you information pertaining to Mr. Brian being seen in a bar and appearing lonely. Not lonely, but mad. Excuse me. Yeah, he's lonely, all right. But anyway, him being mad, they said, at the casino bar in Montana. I brought you that information. I also brought you information yesterday, that the police did know that he had been hitting her when they came to the scene to pull them over in that video cam that you see from the police officers. Lord have mercy. It's just one thing after another. Trying to bring you everything pertaining to this story. Hold on one second. I'm starting at the top because I have so much stuff in my Rolodex pertaining to everything. I'm going to bring you information pertaining to CNN. Why it's been so hard to find Brian Laundrie. Said information. Hold on. Soul Survivor, contact me on IG, honey. Big Sexy 71, so I can chat with you after sometime this evening. The search for Gabby Petito's fiance, Brian Laundrie, continues. Here's why it's been so hard to find him. CNN is the source. Police in Florida resumed their search this week for Brian Laundrie, the fiance of Gabby Petito, whose remains were found Sunday. Investigators are searching for Laundrie on the Venice side of Carlton Reserve, a 25,000-acre nature reserve near the family's home in Northport. About 75 personnel from 16 agencies were on the ground Thursday, said Northport police spokesman, Josh Taylor. He said the FBI is leading an investigation and local police are assisting our federal partner in any way to bring the investigation to a close. It also mentions an underwater dive team arrived at the Carlton Reserve on Wednesday. That would have been a week ago today. The team is from Sarasota Sheriff's Office and is called the Sheriff's Underwater Recovery Force, a team of highly trained underwater specialists. Let me make sure I get the date on this thing. Yeah, this is updated the 20th. Okay. A source close to the family, the Laundries, are saying that he left home, Mr. Brian, without a phone and a wallet. Laundrie refused to speak with the police about Petito's whereabouts prior to going missing. The case has become an obsession for many, spurring digital detectives to comb through the couple's online trail and try to solve the case. At the same time, that intense interest has highlighted how race and gender impact, which of the nearly 90,000 unsolved missing persons cases, get attention and which ones don't. So they're saying at the same time that intense interest has highlighted how race and gender impact which of the nearly 90,000 unsolved missing persons cases get attention and which ones don't, which is sad. But like I told you all, there's no way you can fit in a 22-minute interval on the news all the people that are missing, crimes, this and that, because the news only holds so many minutes per segment to show certain things that's going on in the community. So naturally, they're showing a little bit of this, crime, this and that, good deeds, sports, weather, all that's in your news. So all that's under 30 minutes. So naturally, you're not going to hear of everybody that's missing. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you all so much. Okay. Police in Northport have focused the search on the wilderness and Collierville Reserve, blah, blah, blah. They were using drones for video, bloodhounds, and used Laundrie's clothing to get his scent. Bet you didn't know that. Well, I brought you that information. Police said Monday they shifted the focus of their search and are no longer looking for Laundrie in the nature reserve. At this time, we currently believe we have exhausted all avenues in searching of the grounds there. Thank you, because we already thought he wasn't there. No way. However, police said Tuesday morning they were again searching for him at the reserve. Authorities have been on the site since 8 a.m. Tuesday. The State Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said. The search is yet to yield any answers, but we must press on, police said in a Facebook post on Tuesday. Please be aware the Collierville Reserve is a vast and unforgiving location at times. It is currently waist deep in water in many areas. Police said this is dangerous work for the search crews as they are wading through gator and snake-infested swamps and flooded hiking and biking trails. Before he disappeared, Laundrie was home in Northport for about 2 weeks. Cheryl Dorsey, a retired Los Angeles police sergeant, told CNN on Monday she was curious why Laundrie's parents did not alert authorities about his leaving. I get that he's a grown man, Dorsey said, adding that he's still just in his early 20s. What influence, if any, do his parents have over him? He decides to go backpacking and they couldn't stop him? Yes, very true. And inside, you will see this reserve, lots of trees, damn near mimicking Tennessee when I see all these trees. And you see law enforcement on the ground with all their utility vehicles aiding in the search of Mr. Laundrie. And this was on September 18th. In a nature reserve, foliage and the lack of sunlight affects visibility, according to Chris Boyer, executive director of the nonprofit National Association for Search and Rescue, NASAR. The night can also hamper efforts, especially if the person being sought has no source of light or fire. But when it comes to people eluding authorities, the search becomes much more difficult. An evasion person is more than likely wearing clothing that helps them blend in with their surroundings, Boyer said. In order to avoid being seen by helicopters or drones, an individual may also crawl in creek beds and avoid leaving tracks such as footprints, trash, or evidence of a fire. Boyer said technology like night vision, goggles, drones, and thermal sensors could help in pinning down a person's location. Boyer said trying to find a person in the wilderness can be very difficult. It's really hard to find people even when they want to be found, he told CNN on Monday. What makes finding Laundrie difficult, though, is the distance. He could have already traveled before authorities started looking for him. Amen. Amen. The search area starts to grow every hour. He could be in a car on foot, Boyer said. It gets pretty daunting, to be honest. Boyer told CNN on Thursday the conditions in Collierville Reserve are very fierce. About 75% of the reserve is covered in water that is not drinkable, and there are alligators, snakes, bugs. Laundrie also has to worry about heat, humidity, sun exposure, Boyer said. If he is there, he found a dry spot and set up some sort of shelter, Boyer said via text message, adding that in order to Laundrie to stay hydrated, he needed a filter. He could not carry enough water with him to last 7 days. Amen. Thank you for telling what we already know is common sense. Thank you so much. As most of you know, a U.S. District of Wyoming grand jury indicted Laundrie on charges of using 2 financial accounts that did not belong to him between August 3rd and September 1st. The indictment says he used these accounts to a charge of more than $1,000 of commerce following the death of Petito that affected interstate commerce. Laundrie did this knowingly and with intent to defraud, according to the indictment released Thursday. An attorney for Laundrie's family emphasized in a statement that an arrest warrant was not for Petito's death, but related to activities that took place afterward. The FBI executed a search warrant Monday on Laundrie's parents' homes where he lived with Petito. The FBI removed Christopher and Roberta Laundrie from the home, executed the search warrant, and then brought them back inside for questioning, Taylor said. Police visited the home last week, but the family refused to talk and instead gave authorities their attorney's information, Taylor said. We think he is likely one of the last people to see Gabby Petito alive, and for that reason, he's a very important witness, said Andrew McCabe, CNN senior law enforcement analyst and former deputy director of the FBI. Before he vanished, Laundrie was silent about Petito's disappearance. Northport Police Chief Todd Garrison told CNN's Don Lemon last week that Laundrie had invoked his Fifth Amendment right, which generally means a person cannot be forced to make statements they feel might be negative or used against them. Steve Moore, retired FBI supervisory special agent, told CNN that in order to obtain a search warrant, authorities would need to have probable cause there had been a crime and the person at the home was involved in the crime. What I believe people in law enforcement are doing right now are making sure they have all the T's crossed and I's dotted, because I believe they think who did this and they want to make sure their case is perfect at this point, Moore said. CNN is the source. Well, now we have confirmation now that these people are talking. The Laundries, the dirty Laundries. That was CNN if you need a source. I'm trying to bring you everything that I can pertaining to this devastating situation. And I just brought you information that they had a press conference in New York. I'm going to talk about, hold on one second. I'm just going to make sure I got everything on here. Mr. Dwayne. Lord have mercy. Some of you think it's okay for Mr. Dwayne to be trying to find information on Mr. Laundrie, find him. There is rhetoric that he has located a campground where the parents camped. Everyone's entitled to their interpretation of the story. But what I do find interesting is how Mr. Bounty Hunter Dwayne found information where they were. So some people speculating, experts, that perhaps the people that camp in these places don't want to be found themselves, that they're not willing to talk to FBI law enforcement because they got their own demons and sins to hide. So I'm not getting ready to talk to you when hell I'm probably on the damn run and hiding from somebody. So Dwayne has obviously reached out to some people on the ground, talking to people, asking them said questions, commentary pertaining to him. And allegedly there, I guess there are people coming forward saying they did see he and his family at the campground. Well, we have to ask ourselves, what the hell were they doing there? Why are you all camping and this girl is out here dead in Wyoming? Your son came back without her. He's got her van. You had to do something was suspicious. Why would she leave her van? Why would she go on a trip with your son, then not return in the van? And you don't ask no questions. So that's what we have to ask ourselves. What is the conversation between these three at the time? Why the hell are they going camping? Why the hell were they riding around the neighborhood on bicycles? Him and his mama. What the hell is going on with these people? Bicycle ride. Huh? How old is your son? Oh, Satan, I can't. Yeah. She's gone. We ain't worried about her. She's out of here. We just focusing on our son. He's most important. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Newsweek is the source. Brian Laundrie's parents called police to report Dog the Bounty Hunter on their property. This was uploaded the 27th. Brian Laundrie's parents called Northport police to report that Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman was on their property after the reality star arrived at the Florida home to aid in the search for their son. Police confirmed to multiple news outlets that they received a 911 call from Roberta Laundrie on Saturday stating that Chapman was at their Northport home the same day the bounty hunter was seen knocking on the family's door. You can go into the YouTube queue and see the said video of Mr. Dog banging on the door. Okay. Police information officer Josh Taylor told the Insider that police did not tell Chapman to leave and he left of his own will. He added that they handled it like any other report. Northport police did not return Newsweek's request for comment. Chapman said in a Fox News interview that he was ashamed that the Laundrie family wouldn't speak to his crew. He added that he believes in second chances and hopes the Laundrie family reaches out over social media to get the kid captured alive. The police said we were welcome to knock on the door, so we did. He said, I wanted to tell the Laundries that our goal is to find Brian and bring him in alive. A 1 minute and 31 second audio clip regarding the incident was posted on Twitter. The dispatchers heard saying, we just had the female from that 1020 call 911 reference to the situation with the male. A few seconds later, they confirmed that the male has left the scene. And this is pertaining to the incident out in Wyoming. Taylor, let's see what else we got. Taylor said that police have been called to the Laundrie house a number of times of issues related to the media, celebrity searchers, and prosecutors and protesters, excuse me. And you do know that somebody made a fake 911 call of gunshots. Whoever did that, you were foul. You may not like the Laundries or Brian, but don't waste the law enforcement staff's time with fake phone calls, fake sightings, fake anything, because this is serious business. A girl went missing. She's now been discovered, found deceased. Don't play these reindeer games with the law because you're feeling some type of way about the family. It's not about that. It's about getting justice for this girl's death. So don't waste law enforcement's time to dispatch with fake phone calls because that's wrong. I don't care if you don't like them. It's still wrong. The reality star posted on Facebook that he was already in Florida on a honeymoon with his wife, Francie Chapman, when people began to reach out to him to get involved with Laundrie's disappearance. Chapman, a father of 13, lost a daughter who was around the same age as Gabby Petito in a car accident in 2006. Although Chapman was seen knocking on the door of the Laundrie family home, no one answered. Since joining the search, the bounty hunter said he has received more than 1,000 tips and he expects to have Laundrie's location within 48 hours. Some information suggests that Laundrie may be heading towards the Appalachian Trail, and Chapman said it's a possibility. As the 23-year-old is an outdoorsman who will likely stay where he's comfortable. Yeah, near some Wi-Fi. That's my part. Chapman's announcement comes over a week after law enforcement began searching for Laundrie, who hasn't been seen since September 14th. Officials have been looking for the 23-year-old, mostly in the 25,000 acres of Carlton Reserve, since he was reported missing on September 17th. Over the weekend, police scaled back their search. The FBI has now since taken the lead and issued a warrant for Laundrie's arrest on Thursday for bank fraud charges. Petito's body was found near a campsite. The couple was last seen in Wyoming on September 19th. Her family reported her missing after Laundrie, her fiance, returned home from a cross-country road trip without her. The death was ruled a homicide, although the cause has not been released. Laundrie is a person of interest in the case, but has not been officially charged with her death. Chapman created his own anonymous tip line at 833-TELL-DOG, but authorities encourage anyone with information on Laundrie's whereabouts to contact the FBI, 303-629-7171. Newsweek is the source. So now we have Mr. Dog Bounty Hunter on the case, alleging that he knows at a campground where they have been, he and his parents. And like I said, you have to ask yourself, what the hell are these people doing camping with their grown-ass son? For what reason? After all this commotion of him coming back alone, Dog is reporting 3 people checked into this campground. Only 2 came out. So where is the one person? So what did they do? They left him there. What? How's he going to get around on foot? Car, which is it? Was he left with a vehicle? What? Bicycle, motorcycle, what? Because like I said, you're on foot at a campground if you don't have a car. So how are you getting around? And you should know that eventually somebody's going to see you, notice you. Somebody's going to mention something. Then there's information about Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, that he's been on social media, in the chats, blah, 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 or somebody's using his name. What's the truth? Also, somebody said in the chat that his Twitter account has been linked to an address in New York. They are spending their last time with him. Possibly Jennifer. Could be. Not a pansy killer like Brian Laundrie's. Anyway, you don't know what to believe. My thing is this. You've killed a woman. You came back without her van. Why are you on social media, period? You should be somewhere sitting the hell down being real still. Not in chats and Facebook and The Wire. You need to get a life. If indeed you are this person that's on social media going in and out of chats. I've already let you know I'm not what you want. So my playhouse is off limits. I'm not about to indulge you because you're a nobody. You're a 1%er. When you decided to take that girl's life, you became a 1%er to me. So I'm not impressed with you. So if you are indeed the one that was in my chat last week and in other people's chats on The Wire, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, IG, whatever the hell you fancy, Facebook, you're still a bum. You're a dirty bum. Your parents, they're dirty too. Because all this playing reindeer games, not speaking to the public, not saying anything is showing that you're guilty. You make sure of that, you and your parents. And I do believe that they aided you to get to safety. And then somebody close to the family decides to spin this web to the law that you left without your phone and your wallet. Well, then if you left without your phone and your wallet, then we should have been found your ass by now. And you should be DEAD. Did you get that part, Brian? because I don't believe you're dead. If you are, oh well. That's between you and God. I don't have anything to do with it. I'm not feeling nothing for nobody, especially nobody that would kill an innocent person for no damn reason. Not now, not never. That's between you and the maker. All right. So I brought you information pertaining from CNN why the search is so hard because of the terrain of where they allege that he was. Dog bounty hunter is now on the case. He's gone to the house, but they did not open the door, or maybe they weren't there. One could ask themselves, why does he think they would talk to him when they haven't talked to the law enforcement? Law enforcement is advising you to call FBI and the police with any type of tips that you have. And the Petito family basically say they want everybody to help. They don't mind who's helping. But in the end, it is strange if people were talking to the bounty guy and not talking to the law enforcement. But like he said, Mr. Dwayne, perhaps the people that are staying in these campgrounds and sites, they're running from their own demons, so they're not trying to talk to law enforcement. Okay. And I also brought you information from the Petito family's press conference. They all got tattoos. That's the sad information. How do you all feel about all this? Dog getting involved, the search being scaled back, rumors of this person seeing him on this date, that date. There's just a whole lot going on. I also want to play you something about the timeline, which I think is very pivotal because that's something that we're all been trying to figure out, the timeline. And I found something in the search from News Now. Very interesting commentary. I'm going to try to go in my channel and find it because it was a very interesting information. I'm going to play you something, play you some information that I think is very valid. One thing I will agree with what was said by the father. If he won't help find our daughter, if these people wouldn't help us find our daughter, the Laundries, they're sure as hell not going to help us find their son. And I think it's interesting that they were out west at the time. The family members flew out there, I guess to try to get information pertaining to the disappearance of their child. And lo and behold, they had to come back. And then she was found. And as I said, you don't know what was left out there with the victim, as far as food, containers, this and that. So naturally, they need a DNA match for those said things that were left behind, things left with the victim's clothing, the victim's fingernail, hair. Also, if it happens that they find Mr. Brian deceased himself. I want to play you commentary by News Nation Now. And this is pertaining to how one date could crack the case. So please listen carefully to this information because I brought forward this information about the 26th and the 27th. On the 26th, it was alleging that he was seen in a park in the van without Gabby. He was also at a bar in Montana, 2 hours and 20 minutes from the park at night at a bar. So 2 different sightings on the 26th, one in Wyoming at the park and one in Montana, 2 hours and 20 minutes away from Wyoming without her. Then it jumps to the 27th. She's alleged to have been seen in a restaurant. But this is also the same restaurant that they're saying don't got no damn cameras. So then that means we're going by he said, she said, I saw her, I'm sure it's this date. But then I'm watching this commentary with News Nation. Seems like the dates are varying. So I'm going to play you that commentary and you tell me what you think. Thank you so very much. 1 second. Well, it's not about them protecting her. She's grown. She went out and did her thing. Are your parents around you 24 hours a day? Whose parents are around a 22-year-old every day? I don't know of anybody's parents that are around their kids every day unless their children are codependent on their parents and stay up under their parents all the time as adults. But that's unheard of. Everybody gets out of sight from people, whether you're grown or not. Even if you have children, your children go to places, they play, they go to school, they have summer parties, games. You're not always around when things happen.
Very influential. And to be honest, it should continue for other people too.
The contribution
contributions of the public via social media have been invaluable during this investigation. In fact, when you take those updates and you put them alongside reports from law enforcement, he was right. The puzzle is starting to come into focus, and that focus is laser guided to August the 27th, the possible day that Gabby Petito died. And here's what I mean. The day before, on the 26th, August the 26th, at 8 p.m., a TikToker named Jessica Schultz says she sees Brian parking that white van at the Spread Creek campground. The next day, August 27th, 1 p.m., another TikToker, Nina Angelo, sees Brian and Gabby fighting at the Mary Piglet's restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming. And later that same day, 6 p.m., August 27th, a YouTuber named Red, White, and Bethune, well, they see the van parked back at the Spread Creek campground in the same spot that it was just the day before. 2 days later, now it's August 29th, and at 5:30 in the afternoon, TikToker Miranda Baker says she picked up Brian hitchhiking, a place called Coulter Bay, Wyoming. It's about 40 minutes later that same day, 6:09 p.m. TikToker Miranda Baker says she drops him off at the Jackson River Dam when Brian reportedly freaks out and asks to get out of the car hurriedly. Just about 5 to 10 minutes later, between 6:15 and 6:20 p.m., a woman named Norma Jean Jelovich says that she picked Brian up near the Chapel of the Sacred Heart, and she drove him back towards the campground. 10 to 20 minutes later, about 6:30 to 6:40 p.m., Norma Jean drops him off, but she drops him at the entrance to the Spread Creek campground. She says she offered to drive him all those miles, down the long dirt road to where his van was parked, but, and this is interesting, he says no, and he hops out of the car basically while it's still moving, so something got his goat there. 3 days later, we're now at September 1st, a license plate reader spots the van arriving back in Northport, Florida. That is a 35-hour drive. And 9 days later, September 19th, that's the day Gabby Petito's body was found in that Spread Creek campground where all of these social media users say they saw Brian Laundrie going back and forth between the specific places and acting very strangely. But again, it's not just social media users. Cops too, FBI. They have said anybody who was in the area of the Spread Creek campground between the dates of August 27th and August 30th, well, they want to hear from you.
Oops, sorry about that.
We're not really great meal planners to begin
Commercial.
with. Chef just allows us to cook together and enjoy our meal.
Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got all this. Let's see. Here's some other news.
Laundrie and his parents just days
8 hours
before
ago.
Gabby Petito was reported missing.
We're learning his family spent some time at a nearby park. 8 on your sides, Marco Villarreal joining us live this morning from outside the Laundrie house in Northport with this update. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, 8 on your side has been able to confirm through multiple sources that the Laundrie family did, in fact, spend time at Fort DeSoto Park September 6th through the 8th. And through a public records request, we were able to get the documents that show Roberta Laundrie reserved a campsite there. Later, their attorney confirmed that Brian and his parents did, in fact, spend those days at Fort DeSoto and that they all left the park. 4 days later, on September 11th, Gabby's mom reported her missing. Brian's family says they last saw him in hiking gear going to Carlton Reserve on the 14th. And then just last week, the FBI issued an arrest warrant for Brian. The Petito family attorney spoke about Brian's disappearance in a press conference yesterday in New York.
The Laundries did not help us find Gabby. They're sure is not going to help us find Brian.
Now, the Laundrie parents have not been charged with anything related, any crime connected to the Gabby Petito case, but many this morning still wondering, as this new information comes out, what this means as more questions surface. For now, reporting live in Northport, Marco Villarreal, 8 on your side.
Okay, so now we have news confirmation, WFLA News Channel 8, that they did check into a campsite. They probably only admit that because people are now talking about it, so they don't have no choice but to go ahead and admit it. Now they're saying the FBI has surveillance video from Fort DeSoto. Let's see, what does it say? New phone purchase. This is by Channel 8 News, uploaded 59 minutes ago. I believe this is live. Let me play you some of this commentary. Thank you all so much for joining. I got 53 viewing. That's okay. God is still good. Amen.
Incredibly well. This is a man who has snapped 4,000 images and posted them all to social media on the Eagle HD social media accounts. He knows, he's been here for decades. He knows Tampa Bay like anyone, more than anyone from the air. And I say that because he is now going to join us and break down Fort DeSoto and show us campsite 001, show us the waterfront campsite.
You can go to the YouTube queue to get this information. It's in the YouTube queue. Thank you.
Paul's just a precious resource for us here at WFLA because there are things that he sees from the air that others don't. So what we're going to do, this is a report that he filed earlier today. We're going to play this back here for you. In the meantime, as we're listening to Paul here, okay, I'm going to be looking through all the hashtag HJB comments here right now. This is if you want your comment to be featured here on screen, if you would like for us to talk about it and for us to feature it here on screen and get our audience here also involved in the conversation here as well. I want you to start using hashtag HJB right now so I can add as many comments and questions to the queue here. And I'll start looking for them right now as we introduce Paul. So here's Paul Lamison, everybody, from Eagle 8 HD a short time ago, pointing out some of what we're seeing here from Eagle 8 HD.
Hey, JB. Yep, you're looking at Fort DeSoto, the campsites right here. They're right on this little kind of peninsula-style island almost. It is connected by this little piece of land right here. And we're going to come around, and I'll show you where campsite 1 is located. That's where the Laundries apparently stayed for a couple of days. We looked and saw the report. Now, when you enter in this main entrance, you're going to come in. This is where you check in this little structure right here. You check in. That's where you can get your supplies, do what you need, and that's where they would check in. You're going to then drive right up through here on this road where the empty road, not the one with the RV, but once you get to this section, campsite 1 is going to be over here on the water. Right up here, the tree, your bush you're looking at right in the front, and campsite 1 is the first one on this kind of sideways area that backs up to the water. I believe, from what we can tell by the map, right in these palm trees is campsite 1, and then it's numbered accordingly. So apparently in this part of the campground is campground number 1. I believe it is the one, not where the people are. It's empty right now. We're going to move over and you'll see it. And we believe that's campsite 1 from the map. And now this is a fairly big area, and the campsites aren't super luxurious. They're just places to pull up a camper and you can kind of sit and camp and even put up a tent. And I'm looking at the map again now, JB. So campground 1 will be right in this area there. That's not it. We believe it is this one right here. And I guess there is a picnic table in it. So it's right in this area is number 1. And then it borders all the way with the ones in this area. Now this is where they apparently stayed for a few days. And I'll move the camera back out wide and give you a wide shot of the whole campsite to show you. It's not a very big campsite, and a couple things people were concerned about are the islands that are around here. This one's right off the front of the campsite. It's just a small tree-lined island. It's not really inhabitable, but you can get in there and work your way within the trees. Now I'll move the camera and show you. There's quite a few around here. This is looking kind of off the campsite down towards St. Pete Beach. And you see all the little sites over here. This is actually the north beach of Fort DeSoto Park. And then it goes into, I believe this is Bird Key or Shell Key, one of the keys. And that's open on the side. That goes into the Gulf. And there are several little islands out here as well. People go on them, but there's really no paths or anything. You're really going underneath trees and stuff to get to it. And then if I move the camera over to here, you just see a bunch of little islands out here, and then it goes over. This is Passagrille Beach, and then St. Pete Beach is down here. There's the Don Cesar. But again, if I move the camera back, you see the entranceway into Fort DeSoto. When you come in through the park, you're going to come down this roadway, and that's where you're going to turn in to the boat ramp. The first thing you get to is the boat ramp. You go a little bit further, there's some parking areas, and then you go down a little further, and you're making your way down the main roadway, and you're going to go in through here is how you get over to the campsites. And again, wider shot, there's the island that the campsites are on, and campsite 1 is over in this general area right in here on the waterway. So there is a view.
If you want to watch this set information, it's by WFLA News Channel 8. Brian Laundrie search update. FBI has surveillance video from Fort DeSoto. You can go in the queue and find that if you want. I'm going to go ahead and get my commentary started because I'm already an hour and 21 minutes in. I've talked about Desheena Kyle. And another Caucasian lady is missing here out of Knoxville. So right now, there are 2 dead bodies that have been found in Knoxville as of yesterday. So that's been some busy bees running around knocking off ladies. What your people's problems are. You all need to join the living. So you work your problems out. It ain't working out with whomever, you keep it moving. You don't go kill them, hide them in vacant houses and throw them off the side of the road, throw them off in campground sites, just a bunch of buffoonery. But right now we have a lot going on with all these missing people. Now we got dead bodies popping up like I don't know what, gangbusters. This is really ridiculous. You know, over here, over here, over here, over here. Throwing people out like trash is ridiculous. Now we got verification that these dodo birds aided their son. They were in the campsite with them, as one of you said in the chat, possibly bonding with their son before he goes on a run. Why don't you do the right thing and tell your son to turn himself in? If you're actually sitting here colluding with this damn kid, you're sick and you're sick. Because that means you know that he killed this kid, this lady. And you're aiding him to stay gone. Why? Because let me tell you, honey, the bang is going to be worse. The bang is going to be worse. You Laundries are pathetic. Pathetic humans. Really, you're not even a human. That you'll aid your son from law enforcement when he could just sit idly by and wait for FBI to bring the bang of an indictment for murder because he's already screwed with the debit card, credit cards. And now you're going to aid your son to get away. And now you're going to speak to the public and say, no, we didn't help him do nothing. Why all of a sudden now you want to start talking that you didn't help your son? You're only coming forward now because folks are following you around. They're standing outside your house. They're protesting. You got the dog at your door, banging on your door. Then you call the police on him, which, okay, that's your property. You don't want to say it. People knocking and banging on your door. You do have that right. But the point is, it looks obvious that you've been aiding your son from day one when he returned on September 1st. And it ain't no telling what else the hell you've been doing when his ass was out there in Wyoming and he knocked that damn girl off. You were riding the ride then. Because all this hitchhiking and jumping in and out of cars like a circus act. Everybody's got something to say about Brian Laundrie. He was in my car. He was over here. He was jumping out the car before I stopped the car. Yeah, he was telling on himself. He didn't want you driving up in there. Because he knows how nosy people are. He know you would have seen the van. Come on, Queen. Stay woke. That boy know exactly what he was doing. I ain't getting ready to let you drive me way up in there where that damn van is so you could be watching and looking and report something. But too late. She already has. She then said something. The people at the damn bar where you were, that you were talking to and running your mouth about Republicans and this and that. Well, now they done repeated something on the horn. You see, what you should have done when you saw it wasn't working out with you and Gabby Petito, you should have called your parents for an airline ticket and got your happy ass on a damn airplane and flew your tail back to Florida. That's what you should have done. You do it the right way. It ain't working out. I'm out of here. You ain't got to hit nobody, push nobody, beat nobody, suffocate nobody, cut nobody, stab nobody. beat him to death. However the hell you want to get down, you didn't have to do none of that. You could have folded and said, this relationship ain't working. This trip was a mistake. I'm going back home. Crybaby ass. You're a fucking crybaby. Now your stupid ass parents are aiding you. Now they want to go to the news and say, no, we're not. I don't know where he is. Yeah, I don't know where he is. But you was just at a campsite and let these folks tell it with your son. Now all of a sudden you got amnesia. You don't know where he is. I know one place he been. Let them tell it. He been on this damn wire messing with folks' chats, Twitter accounts. That's where the hell he been. Somewhere where there's Wi-Fi. Come on, Queen. You see, let me tell you something about you, Brian Laundrie. I like people like you. Because I know you ain't nothing but fluff. You ain't nothing but some dirty feathers. Come on, Queen. Some dirty, dirty feathers. Because I know when it's time to get down to the good boy, you not about to make a move. You not about to roll nothing. You ain't about to do nothing. You ain't about to fight no grown-ass man. Because you that type, you's a coward. Yeah, not with a D, but with a T. Come on, Queen. You a coward. You snuffed that girl out over something petty, because 9 times out of 10, the most things that we bicker about with human beings is petty. You don't love yourself. And your mammy and daddy, they don't love themselves. They don't love you. Because if you love your child, you will do what you think is best for your child, which is tell your child to face the damn music. You played the violin, then finish it. Ain't no halfway in. Finish it. You snuffed out that girl. Now finish it. Wait for the indictment and handle your business. Hiding ain't no good. Just like the situation here in Knoxville with Desheena Kaya. You got a low life running around wreaking havoc. Ain't nobody a 1%er. Yeah, I said that. Now go run tell what I said. You bothering this chick, hurting her, harming her, and then we believe, yeah, you did something to her. Because now they're saying in an article, I ain't got to make it up. A body's found at your residence, your family member's house where they used to live. So therefore what? You stupid enough to take a body to a house that belonged to your family members? Now your ass sitting out there at the penal farm looking some type of way. Well, I hope you found you a girlfriend in there to braid your nappy ass hair. Yeah, I'm talking shit because I'm pissed off. Because you a bottom feeder like the rest of these MFs out here. You ain't nothing but another Chris Watts. I don't care if you white, green, yellow, tall, fat, short. When you snuff out a woman, a man, you are a coward. You letting people know you want to run things don't go your way. Now you want to go out here and kill somebody because shit don't serve you proper. You're a bottom feeder, a 1%er. And I'm feeling some type of way today. Because I know somebody killed somebody for no damn reason right here in my backyard. Yeah, I'm hot butter. And I dare one of you MFs to come talk crazy to the queen about what she talking about on the wire. Well, what you should have done was been checking your trifling ass fucking relative. Because you ain't had no business killing that girl. Just like this Laundrie. You didn't have no business killing Miss Petito. You could have left her out there and kept it moving. Sick of this mess. It's ridiculous. How you doing, Outlaw? I'm on one today. I'm disturbed. I'm emotional. I'm angry. Because I'm sick of this. Because as I tell people, Petito is me. I'm Petito. I'm Desheena Kaya. I'm all of them. Because I'm a woman. I've been in a company with a man alone. I've been in a company where As I told Crystal, I had to run one night for my own damn life from a fool. I've been there, but I'm only alive now to tell the story. You see, Queen don't speak about something she don't know nothing about. I don't get up here and just gab because I don't got nothing better to do. I can always find something to do. Believe me. But I speak from experience. I don't speak from soap opera talk, reality TV talk. What sounds good to Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, Shamika, Karen? I speak from experience. And that's the best person to speak. It's somebody who has lived. So I know about what these people have gone through. The only difference is I'm alive to tell the story. They are not. I'm angry. I dropped the link. You mods are gonna have to drop the links for the fans. Hold on one second. This is atrocious. Shouldn't even have to be talking about nobody dying at the hands of a man or a woman. I won't leave the men out either, because some of you females, you all are grimy too. You don't mind snuffing a man out. This world we in. This is a wicked world. You people don't know how to deal with your personal problems, but you go out here and you take them out on other people because you're mad at the world. You feel unworthy, so you go out here and just kill a person because you can. Hit the link if you have some commentary pertaining to Desheena Kaya. A body was found in a North Knoxville home. I believe it's vacant. The investigation of Desheena Kyle led law officials to this house where a body was discovered. I will wait to say yes or no if it's Desheena Kyle. Ask not to disrespect the family, but I think we know the rest. There's also a Caucasian woman missing, 45 years old, Miss Muncie, excuse me. And now there's another body that's popped up as of yesterday. And I brought you information pertaining to the Collierville shooting. The man who took his life and killed those one woman and those injured the others down there at that Kroger in Collierville. He was a third-party vendor for Kroger grocery store. What was his problem? Everybody's got something going on. Fucked up life, fucked up relationships, fucked up kids. Excuse my language, I'm keeping it real. You like somebody that don't like you. You want somebody that don't want you. You want more. You want a better job. You want money. You want savings. You want 401, 821K. You see where the queen going. Everybody wants something more out of life. Some of us anyway. And some of us can't get it. Thank you, Crystal. God bless you, baby. Some of us can't get it. But you don't have a right to go kill nobody because you can't get it. You can't have it. Because like they say, maybe it wasn't your time. See, just like some situations that I've been accustomed to going through, living here in the high 10, I had to turn it over to the Lord. I said, I'm going to let the Lord work it out because he highly favors the queen. And Lord, have mercy, did he send a messenger today to let me know, I got that, queen. You ain't got to worry about it no more. I got it. I've been had it. I'm just waiting to see if you going to have faith in me to handle the situation. And he sent a birdie today, and the birdie said, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. See, that's why you got to have faith. What the Lord said, vengeance is mine. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm already on the main line. I got it. You just sit back and watch. Thank you, Joe. You ain't got to do nothing. I got this. And he sent me a messenger directly to my door and said, I got everything you need. You need not worry about nothing. Everything you was upset about and fussing about, I done already took care of it. So you just sit on back and do you. Oh, I keep trying to tell folks, you better believe in something. You better believe in God because he got it. I ain't worried about these peasants out here. These lonely, miserable folks. Let them have it. Let them have it. because they don't got nothing to focus on. That's why we got these missing people. That's why we got these dead people. That's why we got miserable people. Because the spirit is tainted. So you let them have that. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Hit the link if you got something you want to say. Hello, Miss Broomer. Thank you for this for the super chat, baby. If you want to join the stream, Buttercup then drop the stream. So hit the link. I'm 1 hour and 35 minutes in. If you got something you want to say about Desheena Kyle, Collierville, the Petito's press conference, and the hunt for Brian Laundrie, the information pertaining to his parents, the lies, the deception, the campground, Mr. Dog being involved, the scale back of the search, the no longer searching for him in the preserve, however you want to word it, the swamp. Hit the link. The Queen is available for consultation. Shut up, Queen. Yes, thank you for the super chat. God is good. Amen. I got to keep it real, Joe. I got to keep it real. Yes, thank you, Soul Survivor. Hit the link. Tell me what you think. Every time, the past 2 years, me being on the wire, when I talked about Cupcake, I thought that was the grimiest story I had ever heard. And I've watched a lot of true crime in my life as a young person, now to 50. I thought, damn, them folks in Alabama, them some ratchet ass Negroes I ever seen in my life. And that's not everybody black I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the ones that immersed themselves in the storyline. Don't get it twisted. But I was like, these some ghetto ratchet ass black folks I ever seen in my life. And then here comes Summer Wells. Shut up, Queen. They picked up where Cupcake left off. I said that. See, it's why I keep trying to tell you. It ain't about no race. You ratchet because you want to be ratchet. How you doing?
Hey, Queen and chat, everybody.
What you doing, baby?
Whew. Sitting back, just leaving it all in God's hands. That's
Oh, you see, Brian Laundrie. Hey, dog. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I got your dog.
Yeah, he sure messed with the right one because he sure wouldn't have did that nothing to me.
Ain't nobody worried about Brian Laundrie. What you need to know is what the Queen got going on. I got some Chardonnay in my cup. What you got? Your ass on the run. Queen ain't on the run. And I'm drinking out of a crystal glass with the name. Oh, let me turn around so y'all can see what it say. You can't see it because I ain't turning the camera on. Crown Royal glass. Get you one. That's what you do. Get you a glass.
Big bubbles are waiting for you, Brian
Laundrie. Whoever's pretending to be Brian Laundrie, y'all need to grow up. Just stop it. You're silly. But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me call the FBI and see what they got to say about Brian Laundrie. What you got to say, Crystal, baby?
So he brought a lot.
Let's start with my baby Desheena.
Heart.
You know I'm emotional right now. I just want to scream.
This heartbreaking. I wanted her to be found. A lot of people wanted her to be found, as we all do. You know, when somebody's missing.
Yeah.
But when it went past 2-3 weeks for me, I knew it wasn't a good outcome.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be, but I'm thankful. I mean, it's not confirmed that it's her, but
we just gonna go on and just let it out and say it is possibly because of things that Queen has learned and the fact that evidentiary material led them there in investigating her death.
Yeah.
And then they get this house and then find voila a dead body.
Yeah, it's very, very, very high probability that it's her.
It's Desheena, yes.
Yeah. It's sad. So young and gone for.
But guess what? But you know how I am. I chops everything up because I keep telling you all everything you need to know is at the beginning of the story. You now got people saying, I saw him choke her. Who are you?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who are you to say, I saw somebody choke her? I saw him choke her. So the him is who are you speaking of? The boyfriend? On and off boyfriend? Well, what the fuck was the police at?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just sat there and watched somebody go back and forth, cussing and fussing, breaking windows, when you should have said, no, I'm going to call 911. I'm out of it once I call 911. I ain't got to leave my name. The law tell you that you ain't got to leave your name. You ain't never got to leave your name. You just making the call. Hey, it's an altercation going on at 22222 Fifth Street. Boom. It's over with.
Mm-hmm.
It's over with. You ain't got to leave your damn name.
Right, yeah. So you mean to tell me that they just stood there watching? That's just like when they be video, instead of helping the person, they rather get it on video. Oh, I got my camera.
Thing with Petito. You running the TikTok. Oh, they were arguing in the restaurant. He was angry. They was doing this. Well, hell, did you call the police first before you went to TikTok?
Right.
Save all that TikTok and Facebook. Because they ain't about to make you famous. Because most news networks will tell you, we do not pay you for a story. So if you're going to get a notoriety, that's all you're going to get because you ain't going to get no money. Not getting no money. You just going to get your name in the paper and on the news for saying, I saw Brian do this. I saw Miss Petito do that. That's it.
Cowards.
He's a person at their family house where whoever used to live there. Did you see that? So let's set it up. You acted a fool on the 18th. Somebody heard and saw it. How'd she get in the car? I'm like, come on. How you get in the car?
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get her in the car?
Probably sweet talked her a little bit.
But they were fighting, so he couldn't have sweet talked her.
Yeah.
You broke her window out, and they said something about her being choked. So we passed the sweet talk part. Could have been that something went down in the house.
And then he
waited and carried her out.
Yep.
When it was dark 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
That's what I'm thinking that he did. Because she wasn't that big, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's possible that I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. Stayed inside, lied in wait, and carried her out.
Yep.
We have to ask ourselves, are we now saying that this young lady would leave with somebody that just broke her window out? She comes out to see what the problem is and then go and leave with him. Because the thing about the story is the window was broke, but the door was locked. Come on, Queen.
Oh, there you go there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I read. The window, they said, could be open from the outside, and the door was locked. And the dog was left behind inside the apartment. And the apartment was in disarray. So what we talking about? Tore up stuff. So somebody said they heard stuff breaking. That's when you should have called 911, because 9 times out of 10, if you had said, please hurry, I believe somebody's being hurt next door, I know damn well Knoxville Police Department would have flew there.
Yep, it could have been prevented.
Exactly. Because they could at least got him in the commission of committing a crime inside that house. How you gonna get out if you ain't got but one way in? So now you in there fighting with a woman, doing God knows what. I didn't call the law. Maybe somebody else called the law. You can't come up out of that. If you do, we gonna know you did it because you coming out of that. So it kind of disturbed me hearing that information. All this information after the fact. Because in the beginning, we never heard that the apartment was in disarray. I only got information that the dog was left behind and the car was left behind. That's all I ever had. What else you want to say, baby?
I just hope that they're able to find all the evidence, whatever they need to, find him guilty, charge him, and Desheena gets her justice on what he did. The family gets justice.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping, because you know how some of these cases end up hung jury, or look at the
Well, you
cases
can't
that.
explain. Let me tell you something. You got to use odds and reasoning.
Yeah.
You were messing with this girl in a town of under about 300,000, including the city and the county. You got to deduct how this African American female got to this location that belongs to your relatives dead. What would be the odds of a black woman found dead at a location that belonged to the ex and or current boyfriend's family members? Come on.
Right.
You can't make that up.
No.
Now, had she been found near a lake, river, then you can start saying it could be this, it could be that, depending on what you found out about the young lady who she dealt with. But because it was somebody that was probably seen fighting her, and then she goes missing, no phone calls, no nothing, and then she's found in the house of the exes or current, whatever the hell you want to call them, family members' house, vacant house, whichsoever. That told the story right there. What the hell would you dump a body at your family member's house? What the fuck is wrong with this Negro? Man, what I tell you, Crystal.
All you got to do is get out.
Girl, I just want a hold of an ankle. Did you hear what I said? I just want your ankle.
Yes.
I just want to hold on your ankle. I want to cut your fucking foot off. And just do you slow. What you did to that baby.
Ain't nothing that serious to be killing nobody.
And let one of your stinking ass relatives run up too. You mean y'all can't get nothing. I don't care nothing about him. And I don't care nothing about who the hell brought him here. I don't care nothing about his cousins, Pookie, Ray. Queen don't care nothing about none of that. Because you didn't have to harm that girl.
Yep, that was a coward move. Coward, straight coward.
But the thing that amazes me with all these stories, and I've said this so many times, Crystal, why is all the nosiness that you get from neighbors, bystanders, you all don't never see when a motherfucker is coming out of a house?
Yeah.
When they put the victim in a bag, in the tub, in this, rode them in the car, drove them around. You ain't never see that. But you see every damn thing else they go on with somebody. You know when they bought a new car, how many times they went to the laundry room, when they sat outside with an OE bottle, you know all of that. But when it comes to them folks missing and dead, you ain't seen nothing.
Right?
You don't know nothing.
Right.
You don't know nothing.
Ain't that something?
They just bought a 50-inch flat screen. I seen them come in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, you see you see the TV go in, but you don't see no body coming out.
Yeah. You missed that part. Yeah. They just bought a new car. It got 4 doors. It's a red Nissan. Yeah, I think she got it from such and such. Damn, you know all that. You don't know nothing about the dead person or the missing person. You don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, child. Electric company came and cut the lights off.
Girl, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I keeps it real. Girl, they came and cut the lights off. They came and cut the lights off. Hey, John. Hey, new mod. How you doing, John? You got a wrench. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Girl, they came and cut the lights off. You know they go. Girl, you know they don't cut the lights off after 5. Girl, they came and cut the lights off at 5:15. I'll be damned. Ooh, Ooh, girl, honey, she messed with them dope boys. Yeah, she locking with the big money. Yeah, he came over, girl. He about the children, this. You know every damn thing, but you can't tell me nothing about how the hell she got about that damn apartment.
Amen. Ooh-wee.
Everything what you supposed to know.
That is facts right there.
Every person you meet, first thing you hear, they gone. Last time somebody talked to them. But can't nobody never repeat how the hell they come about their house to go missing. But you know everything about when they came in. They went to Kroger. She had 10 grocery bags. Looked like she had some fruit punch in the bag and so 2 things of ice cream. And the mailman came. He wanted to sign for a letter. She ain't opened the door. But, she go missing. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. Ooh, girl, did you see that blue BMW? It sat out there for 2 days. I believe they got a new friend. Did you hear that? Yeah, all that. You know everything but what you're supposed to know.
Yep. Even though when they go get their hair done, girl, she went and got her hair done.
Girl, you know, Pookie did her hair, girl. Good girl. She look good, girl. I think get her new hair done, honey.
You see all that?
Oh, honey, she came in there. She had 3 Abercrombie bags. Oh, somebody got their stimulus. Somebody, you know every damn thing what you supposed to know about the missing. I got a problem with all you ghetto ass, ratchet ass folks. Y'all always want to tell shit to the wrong one.
Amen.
FBI, take it to the police. I ain't no snitch. You a snitch if you repeat what the fuck I did yesterday.
That's right.
You worried about who pulled up at my house, what color car it was, how big the rims was. Queen gonna get ghetto now. Oh, he had 24s on his car. Oh, he had the paint job. You see everything what you supposed to see. UPS came. She ain't opened the door. They eat at McDonald's every day. Kids be outside all day. See, that's why I had a problem. You snitch on what you want to snitch on when you repeating stuff.
That's right.
How's it different? Because you didn't go tell nobody. You didn't go tell the district attorney, but you talking about it to Pookie and Ray and Bubba, Shamiqua, Karen, Susan May. You still when you repeat it. But if somebody go missing, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't seen nothing. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Ooh, girl, honey, the police came good. They busted her house good. They busted his house. Yeah, honey, I saw the feds. They was outside. They was outside for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yes, they did. They brought out bags. They did this. They sure did. But you don't know nothing when it comes to a missing person. You don't know that part.
You didn't see none of that, huh?
You didn't see none of that. See, that's what's wrong with our culture, black and white. You focus on the wrong things. You don't focus on people when they're abusing their children. You don't focus on when people ain't feeding their children, ain't minding their children. You ain't focused on stuff that's going on that's unsavory with the grown-ups and children. See, you don't focus on that. But you focus on every damn thing else going on with folks. They personal business, this and that. But when it comes to something that's serious and somebody going missing, you don't know nothing. You ain't seen nothing. I can't talk. I ain't no snitch. But you gossip about what the hell Pookie did yesterday. So you is snitching. What you saying? Because if you want to live by the code, you ain't going to speak, period. Ting.
Right.
Hey, you ain't going to repeat that the electric got cut off at 5:05.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna say nothing. Girl, did you see the light bill folk? They came and cut the lights out. I don't know nothing about it.
That's right.
That's right. How she get that BMW? She didn't work for 20 hours at McDonald's. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what's wrong with some of you. You're worried about the wrong damn thing. Worry about something that's important and relevant. Hit the link if you want to give me commentary about Desheena Kyle, the information I brought to you. Some of you probably gonna have to go back to the beginning of this video to replay, but there's information coming out that the boyfriend is a suspect in the disappearance of her. A body was found in North Knoxville that belonged to the boyfriend's relatives. Her body was found in a house belonging to the ex-boyfriend family member. So we can do the rest. We don't have to sugarcoat nothing no more.
Yep.
So what you got to say about this Petito mess?
That's another one. It's so young.
Yeah, she had a whole life ahead of her.
Both these girls just starting life.
Yeah. She just turned 27. 9 times out of 10, she was already deceased, Desheena, before her birthday, 26, and then Petito's 22. So imagine you putting all your, as they say, all your eggs in one basket. And you knew he wasn't right for you, but you rode the ride, because that's what we do as people. Sometimes we won't let well enough alone. We just won't do it.
Yeah.
And that's what's so sad about this story. Gabby probably knew 9 times out of 10 that Brian wasn't hitting no shit.
Mm-hmm.
But she dated him anyway. She's continued to date him. But people, many of us are guilty of that. So nobody can say what she should and shouldn't have done, because it's too late for that now. She made a mistake.
Yeah.
That's what's terrible. It's that she made a terrible and grave mistake by dealing with Brian Laundrie. He's a sociopath. He's a bum. He is enabled by his parents. They have coddled him probably his entire life. He ain't hitting on shit. And I don't give a damn about some. He go to the wilderness. He been in the wilderness. Baby, once you get a taste of Wi-Fi, come on, Queen. I ain't got to finish.
All right. Mm-hmm.
You get a taste of Wi-Fi, you ain't giving a damn about no camping. Come on, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Gabby didn't get the chance to grow. She didn't get to be a part of her full potential. And like I said, we all make mistakes because we're flawed. We are the flesh. So we're going to F up. That's what we're going to do. And nobody's exempt. We double back with people that don't mean us no good. They've just disrespected us, talked about us, put their hands on us, and we still go back and fool with them anyway. It might be tomorrow. It might be 2 years from now. They violated us, and we still hold a conversation. We listen to what they have to say when really we don't have no business listening to a damn thing they got to say, because we don't owe them nothing. Hi, Kenzie. How you doing, baby? We don't owe them anything. Once you've been violated by somebody, hi, John, baby, we don't owe you nothing. Frankly, we really don't have no business talking to nobody that has violated us. The hell you got to say to me? You violated me. Not nothing. Not nothing. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome. And you have a wrench now, ma'am.
I know I saw the wrench.
I hope you happy to receive.
I truly am.
Well, you come in the chat, so I felt it was only right. I said she's came in and gave the Queen love, so we decided to hand out some wrenches this evening. Me and Buttercup. So there you go. Will you please address my first topic, because I got to give respect to Desheena Kyle. I got to do that because I know of the family, so I got to do that. Tell me what you think. Now Denise done turned the mic off. Lord have mercy. Denise.
Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Well, you turned your mic off, boo-boo.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you now. Just speak up. Tell me what you think about what I brought to you about hi, Mark. What I've told you about Desheena. We'll just go in order.
You know, somebody knew. And my thing is his family knew how he treated her. He didn't treat her like that behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I think it's a situation, just like you said, we want everything to be right.
Yeah.
Oh, he did that. You know, it's over. Let's try again tomorrow. Or, oh, what can I do to make him happy?
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately that doesn't work for, I would say, more than 75% of the population. But I think the thing that really gets me with all this is they're throwing away people's lives like they're Sunday night's trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think people need to be more proactive in what they're seeing. I mean, if it was, what would happen if that was your sister? You know, looking for somebody, you ain't got to look because I'm going to find them. You know, hiding all in swamps, and he ain't in no swamp. Hiding in there where the high grass is up to the waist. Now, this man that killed that young lady and put him in his relative's house, they know where he is. It's an empty house and he had a key. What do you do? Break in, left her there? No. The poor dog left in the apartment by itself. I'm sure it barked a couple times when all this was happening. We was sitting there eating popcorn watching? No. You know, people are alerted. You're alerted when all these things are happening. It's just people refuse to acknowledge it, or it's commonplace, so they don't say anything.
Right.
The worst part about it is when you get these trifling behind parents that take up for their kids.
Yeah, coddle their children.
Yeah. You know what he did? That's a human being.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How can... I mean, all of them. I mean, it's just like they're coming back. And my thing is, me personally, I think the police should have been more proactive with her when they found when they up there crying on the side. Somebody slapped the crap out of her, and you're well, you go your way, you're gonna be all right. If not, let me know. You know where to call us. How do you do that? That sounds like some stuff you would see on, what's the man, Don Knotts back in the day. You know, or you don't, I don't know. I just see so many mistakes where they allow time to pass. And that makes it even harder to find people.
Yeah. But what about the situation? About her, this man, or whomever, we believe it's Mr. Bassett. He left her in the house. He took her to an abandoned house. I believe this house is abandoned because there's no way you left somebody in the house where somebody live because body was smell. So come on. So he took her somewhere familiar.
Right.
Which makes no sense because if you're going to kill somebody and dispose of them, you don't dispose of them at a place where it can be linked to you, such as a relative's house or where they used to live. It makes no sense. And I bet you if we go back in time in June, nobody lived at that house June 18th when she went missing.
Right.
So why would you leave her there?
Exactly.
I mean, it's wrong to kill the person, period. Discard them any kind of way, period. But you're going to take them to a place that can be tied back to your dumb ass. But I thank you, Mr. Bassett, because you that damn stupid.
Yep.
Like Mr. Laundrie.
Yep. And you can see he came from stupid parents. You know, some parents you can't say, you'd be like, well, the parents was okay. I don't know how he turned out.
We don't know anything about when the window was fixed and all that.
Right.
The point is somebody said they saw him choke her. So the police should have been on the spot if you saw him choke her.
Exactly.
This wouldn't even be a story of a missing woman. If you saw him choke her, then why wasn't the police on the scene at the time that you choked her? That's what I said. Did he choke her outside or he choked her inside? Is it that she had company when he came in, or he busted his way in, or she opened the door? Which is it? See, we don't know. All I can tell you is that it says it opened from the outside the window and that the door was locked when they came to do the welfare check.
So they knew.
And then the family just went on the ground a week and a half ago to look for her. That's when I knew something was up. When they put that on the news saying the family's on the ground searching, I thought, well, wait a minute, it's 3 months in. Why was nobody on the ground looking for her before?
Right.
So that led me to think there's something going on. So, I talked to a certain person today, and I said, this is very strange to me. I said, somebody's been talking. Somebody said something about that fucking house, man.
Yeah.
Either he in that jail been talking, or somebody said, hey, go look at such and such, such and such. But then what you have to ask yourself, if it's an outsider that said go look at that house, then what would make you tell somebody to go look at that house unless somebody been telling you something about that's where to find her?
Right. So the weird thing is, so did they go looking around that house before? This is the first time they ever went looking for that house?
I don't know. I don't know anything. All I can tell you is what was said in the news. I tried reaching out to one of the relatives today. She messaged back, but I tried calling. She has not responded. And I'm sure naturally they're not going to want to be talking about nobody because of what was discovered.
Yeah.
But I'm praying that I will get an interview with somebody that will want to come forward and now just go on and say what they want to say, because now the cat is out of the bag. We don't have to sugarcoat anything anymore. Just speak your piece, because you ain't got to worry about trying to ruffle no damn feathers, because like I said in the beginning of the story, you ain't got to impress no damn body. That's your child, your relative. Don't worry about what the hell these other folks got to say in the street, because that ain't their damn child.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Don't worry about no feathers ruffled. See, I don't have no dog in the race. I can say what I want on my child.
Right.
They ain't gotta like it. Outsiders ain't gotta like it. Whoever related to Mr. Bassett ain't gotta like it. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Because he didn't have no reason for taking that child's life. If I'm to believe he's the one that took her life. I don't owe him nothing. And I don't owe his mammy nothing, his daddy nothing, cousin, rape. I don't care. Wasn't your place to take her life.
Leave her alone. There's plenty of people out here walking the street that give you anything you want. Anything you want. But no, they rather take somebody's life that.
So we've gone to that. Collierville was my other subject.
Which one?
The shooting at Kroger in Collierville outside.
Oh, Kroger?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. You know, the cowardly way is to take your life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the devil's advocate on that one.
Okay.
Because I try to look at it in both ways when these people come back to where they work. Here in the last couple of years, people have been talking to people like they've lost their mind. You know, your boss talks to you like you trash, like you need your job. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying it's worth killing nobody. I'm not going to kill nobody over that. You know, I quit first. But if you have mental institutions have closed their doors to a lot of people. So people that have been in these mental institutions are walking around the street. So you hire them, or they get hired by these companies. They work side by side.
Right.
You say one bad thing, you don't know what they're going to do. You know, people coming back shooting jobs. Innocent people, though. Killing innocent people. But then, like I said, they take the cowardly way out and they kill themselves and it's done. And the only thing we're left to do is say, oh my God, look what happened.
Right. But my thing is, they saying he was a third-party vendor. So that means you're not even directly affiliated.
Right.
So what happened when he was there? Did somebody say something out of the way? Or was he not doing his job properly? Was he saying stuff out of the way to employees? Was he
Yeah.
coming in drunk, high? What for somebody? Something happened out there because the first thing he said it was at the deli. So whatsoever, he's obviously somebody that brings stuff into the store. So
Right.
what was said for him to get fired, allegedly get fired? What was said? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Right. They didn't. I haven't heard that. You know, are they going to come out and be honest? You know, or maybe he was just a loon. But how about if he wasn't? How about if he was
But
somebody
something was
worth?
said. But something was said because the rumors is that he got fired. So
Yes.
you know, common
Yes.
sense, something was said. Two, let's look at it this way: why does he have a gun in his car?
Oh, I know, right?
To go back and allegedly to get fired, come back out, and then go back in to shoot the people. You going into work, you don't know that you're getting fired because common sense would say if you was fired, you wouldn't go into work. So that's the point. What was said to him that morning?
Right.
What was said?
That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just.
And I love some Kroger. Kroger is a staple here in my area where I live, and I shop there royally. That's I only shop at 2 grocery stores so far, and that's my main store I shop at.
I tell you, it makes you want to. I don't know. I'm not going to.
You don't know people. See, this is what I keep trying to tell people.
Exactly.
You don't know people. You don't know your neighbor. You don't know your family. You don't know the people you're dealing with, relationships, your coworkers. You don't know the day you pissed somebody off at your job, and now you got a bag of brownies sitting at your damn computer when you come into work, and you all excited because you love chocolate.
Yep.
You all up in there, but you don't know. Ting, 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 ting.
Thank you.
Somebody that put cyanide up in your damn brownies.
Yep. Yep.
Somebody that put cyanide up in that good casserole. Y'all decide to bring a potluck to work. It's Christmas time. It's the holidays. It's somebody's birthday. It's a neighbor's party. Ping, ping, ping.
Yep.
I hate all these folks in the neighborhood. We're going to spike the punch. See where I'm going?
Yeah.
You don't know people.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't. I mean, I tell people sometimes they think I'm lame. I say I don't like people like that. And it's not that I'm an introvert that I don't like deal with. I just don't. I don't like a lot of people because like it takes too much energy to try to know them. I don't.
But the thing is, we're all different. We're all flawed. We all got our quirks. And a lot of times we meet people, they seem okay at that time. We meet, oh, she's funny, da, 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 da. But then once you start hanging around them, you start seeing things like, they really ain't on my level. They ain't really living like how I live. They ain't got the goals I got. They don't like this, they don't like that. And then you realize, okay, they was okay at that time. But now I've been talking to them, talking to them on the phone, meeting them here for lunch, coffee, going out with them. And I realized, man, this is an A1 food. I got to dismiss myself.
Yes. But some people don't for some reason. They just.
No, because you don't know people. I'll keep telling people that I'm going to keep saying it to everybody in this chat. You don't know people.
Did something everybody done been where. If you say you didn't, then I don't know where you been.
Well, you're a liar.
But
you're a
liar. All it takes is one time.
Hit the link if you want to give your opinion.
I go outside, I'll tase you till you burnt crispy.
Oh Lord.
I'm not gonna let you. No, it ain't that kind of party. You hate to be carrying around crap, but I just don't. I mean, and I'm married. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But what I'm saying is, you don't know people, like you said.
But that's the
same person following you in the store.
Like, by
you minding your business.
R. Kelly, all that.
You go out to put your groceries in. Somebody
looking. These cases I'm speaking of.
Then they find
it's the same. You did not know the people.
And then it also takes your if you look at all of them, it's something with every single last one of them. I'm not saying that everybody's life have to be perfect in order for it not to happen, because we see especially with Gabby. My thing is, okay, she was a person that went out there like the land. I don't like the land like that, but she liked to go. I mean, she got in the van.
But that's how I feel about here.
She had a YouTube channel. Everybody said I never watched it, but
they like to go in the wild to go hiking and camping. But see, that's not my thing. And I don't know a lot of black people that like to go hiking.
She's doing what she do and invited somebody into her life.
I can go out right now out the door and drive down the road and show you all the Smoky Mountains.
Maybe she didn't want to leave.
But
I don't know. I had a cousin, and then I'm gonna leave. I had a cousin that her boyfriend was at her house. They lived together. She didn't want nothing to do with him. He was a nut. She found out that he was a nut. Unfortunately, one night he came to her house. She said, "I don't want you here. You need to go." And she had her little nephews and 2 sons there. And he decided that day that he wasn't going anywhere. So she had where you can turn the light on one side the hall, go down the hall, you can turn the light off. And she would turn the light on and he would continually turn it off. So the kids was upstairs. He decided that day he was going to stab her 52 times.
Okay, but I don't understand what you're saying about turning the lights out. Wait a minute, hold on. What was that supposed to mean about turning the lights out?
They ran out in the neighborhood, ran to the neighbor's house. And they were little. So when the police and the ambulance and everything got there, she had crawled out to the grass in front of her house.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, she stayed alive long enough to let the EMT that had her, she told him who did it. And this nut then went and took his shirt off on the way, went home, washed himself, put another shirt on, and was standing in the crowd.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about, the lights cutting off and all that. I'm confused.
You know, you say to yourself, wait a minute.
Denise.
Where'd you come from? Where did this come from? What set you off? Because she didn't want you anymore.
Denise, can you hear me?
You know, it's just, all this killing and stuff nobody should die. Nobody has a reason to die, but, killing
Denise.
for no reason. In their head.
Denise.
It's just awful. It's just getting to be awful. I just don't know what to say about it anymore.
Denise. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Miss Broomer, can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. Miss Broomer. Denise Broomer, can you hear me? She can't hear.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get ready to go. I'll still listen to you for the rest of the show. Okay?
Yeah, but I can't hear what you're saying. You're not answering me. Yeah, can you hear me now? She could hear a word I was saying. She's been talking all the time. She could hear what I was saying. I was trying to ask her something. She couldn't hear me. Wow. Hit the link if you got something you want to say pertaining to this information. I'll bring it to you. Pertaining to Desheena, Collierville shooting, the hunt for Mr. Laundrie, the deception with his parents, dog, bounty hunter. The scale the search has been scaled back, and also the press conference pertaining to the Petitos. That's the 7. You dead, child. I've been dead. Denise, Denise was gone on. Denise had skates on. She ain't heard nothing the Queen said. I was trying to ask her something. She kept talking. I said, well, she must can't hear. I don't know what's going on. Shut your mouth, Satan. Hit the link. You want to bring something to the Queen. But there's some information going on out there about another person that went missing out there in that campground. I'm going to bring you this. I don't know if I read this to you. CNN. Attention on Gabby Petito case helps bring a different missing person case to an end. This was uploaded 15 hours ago. A rescue team in Wyoming said the heavy attention paid to the Gabby Petito case helped them find remains believed to be of another missing person that vanished in the same national forest where Petito's remains were found. There's a picture of this, looks like a Caucasian guy. His name is Robert Bob Lowry. Were found Tuesday at the base of the Teton Pass more than a month after he was last seen. The father of the two from Houston traveled to Jackson Hole, Wyoming on August 19, according to CNN affiliate KPRC. Lowry, 46, was last seen on August 20th carrying a black duffel bag and having a sleeping bag and tent, according to the Teton County Sheriff's Office. He was said to be on the Black Canyon Trail in Bridger Teton National Forest near Grand Teton National Park. The trail is popular with hikers and mountain bikers in the summer, according to police. Bridger Teton National Forest is the same location where Gabby Petito's remains were discovered on September 19th, in the days since she was reported missing. Petito's story has made national headlines spurring digital detectives to comb through her online trail to solve the case. The story has also further highlighted the tens of thousands of missing person stories that do not garner such intense interest. There were nearly 90,000 active missing persons cases in the U.S. as of the end of 2020, according to the National Crime Information Center. An investigation into Lowry's whereabouts had been ongoing, but due to new tips, a search and rescue team was deployed Tuesday, according to a news release from Teton County Search and Rescue. The widespread news covered to the Gabby Petito search helped bring light to Lowry's case and resulted in at least 2 members of the public calling local authorities this past weekend when new information about this possible last seen point. The search and rescue team said remains matching Lowry's description were discovered with the help of volunteer hikers and a search dog team. At about 1 p.m., a dog team located a body in black Nike duffel bag significantly off trail on a steep, wooded slope, reads the news release. Collectively, the search teams hiked more than 75 miles and covered 22,500 feet in elevation. The cause of death is under investigation. Bob has been a wonderful father, son, brother, and friend, Lowry's family said in a statement released to CNN affiliate KPRC Tuesday. Our family wants to thank the news media and others involved in the search for our privacy at this difficult time. Oh, this is some interesting stuff going on here. Thank you all for joining me. So we have a Mr. Robert Bob Lowry was found Tuesday at the base of Teton Pass. Same place where these two were, Petito and Mr. Laundrie. They've got him dated at last seen August 20th. So now we have to ask ourselves, when did Laundrie and Petito make it into the park? Somebody got verification. Bring it to the queen. Yes, Denise Broomer. It is. Addition. So if you got a receipt to when those two made it to the Teton Park, please drop it on my community post, because now we have another white male found dead out there at Teton August 20th, last seen. So is this a connection or no? So now we have to ask ourselves, what the hell is going on with all these dead folks out there? We got this damn girl dead. We got 2 other people dead, 2 women dead. Now we got another 3rd guy dead. I'm going to get info on that. Anybody want to come to the queen? Bring me a receipt. Because now we're talking about 4 dead people in Teton. I'm done. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is crazy to me. Lord have mercy. Please get your children, Lord, because they wayward. Do we have a serial killer in this Teton Park? So we need to go there. Maybe that's the next live I do, since I'm already 2 hours and 22 minutes. Obviously, maybe we have a serial killer on our hands. Because something is terrible. Something is terribly wrong. And why is this man out here camping by himself without his family, friends, children, comrades? What are we talking about here? Why are you out there in the middle of the wilderness by yourself? I do not recommend anybody going camping by him or herself. I don't care if you're in an RV, a van, a car, a tent, however you're setting yourself up out in the middle of nowhere. Don't do it, because you don't know people. And I want to tell you all something too. There was a man years ago who hunted people at campgrounds and killed them. And if I recollect properly, this is a story I found on one of the either Forensic Files or the ID channel. He had killed somebody, I think it was in Florida, and then he made his way up to Smoky Mountains, different places, and he was killing people that were camping out for money, financial gain, because he was a drifter. You all have got to be careful out here. Yes, Outlaw, how you doing? Won't you come on up, Outlaw? Hit the link. Crystal dropped the link. This is sad. Anybody related to Mr. Bob, feel free to contact me if you want to get the story out about Robert Lowry, because I'm not gonna leave a stone unturned even with Mr. Lowry, because there's some hanky panky going on. And that's obvious now with 2 other Caucasian women being found dead. And now we have another dead body that's popped up due to the investigation of Miss Petito. So there's some hanky panky going on out there at the park. And I don't know if Mr. Laundrie has anything to do with these other deaths, because this is not looking good now. So if anybody has any information that they want to bring to the Queen about Mr. Lowry's death, you can reach me on Big Sexy 71 IG with the said information. I will bring the information to the chat, to the public, but you got to bring me a receipt. Thank you. Outlaw's with me. Thank you. Thank you so much, honey. Hi, baby. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, girl?
Man, I'm drowning. I'm telling you. I'm so sick right now. I feel like my head about to explode.
Yeah, I know. It's very possible that there might be somebody out there hiding up there in Teton National Park, murdering people.
Yeah.
But how, we don't know yet until we get somebody out there to actually track it down and find it.
Yeah. Because we might have somebody who's pretending to be a hiker / camper, and they're just picking off these people one by one.
It's possible. I mean,
that's probably what my next live will be tonight. When I rest up and I come back on, because there's something funky now. Because now we're talking about a Caucasian man with children, all that. The hell was he doing out there by his damn self?
Well, we've got a couple other missing cases up and around that area too.
Okay.
But
you there with me, Outlaw? I think his Wi-Fi might be out. He's on the road. But something's going on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you had lost me. I had lost you for a minute. There's something going on, because now you have another dead man. Okay, now we got a man. When it went from Petito, before that, 2 women, now a man. Man, there's something going on.
Yeah, this is very puzzling.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. Mr. Lowry is his name. Bob Lowry. Robert Lowry.
And there was that one young man that went missing up in that area too. Out of sight, nobody knew, with no trace.
Well, do you think it's the same guy that you heard about?
It's very possible.
Well, what month was it that you heard the story?
I think it was like 5 or 7 years ago. A young man was up
7
there.
years ago. That's a long time. This is August 20th.
Yeah, but still, there's that guy roaming around up there snagging up people.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay.
But where's he hiding at? It's a key question.
But the thing is, those people that's camping, they're not staying long. So you can be a full-time damn camper. Nobody's going to know when people are coming and going.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless your campsites are being watched.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh Lord, I'm just beside myself. I'm just so disgusted right now. Everything. I want to scream. I want to cry. I'm just angry right now.
Because there could be plenty of hunter camps up there in the trees watching campsites.
Yeah. Have you heard anything about my story that I've been talking about with Desheena Kyle, sir?
I've been following that up on a little bit, but I've been trying to stay on Summer and Gabby's case.
Okay.
But we know now that case on Gabby, that in that one park, it is true. They did have confirmations and sightings of Brian being there.
With his parents? With his parents or by himself?
No, with his parents. His parents came in and dropped him off, and
I played a news clip. You probably hadn't joined us yet, but I did bring everybody a source that the news are saying that he was there. 3 checked in, and I guess 2 checked out.
Well, not only that, I looked on. I know you don't want any information, but I have debunked it. And on Michelle After Dark, she actually came up with other campers actually got shot of Brian walking across there.
Yeah, I watch her. I watch Michelle After Dark.
I don't know how she came up with that information, but it's true.
But you got to remember something, Trucker. Different people watch different news, different channels, so they will reach out to people to get information. Sometimes, you understand what I'm saying? People will reach out to whichever YouTuber they want to reach out to bring said forth information.
Yeah, but what I always go after is I go after the real facts. I always try to debunk the rumors and
yeah, because there's a lot of rumors right now. You know, there are a lot of rumors right now, and that's why I don't like that's why I don't like these true crime cases, because that's all you ever hear is he said, she did this, he did this, and then as soon as I say, well, where's your source? Well, I don't know. I heard it from Pookie. Right. It was on somebody else's channel, but that's not a receipt because you heard it on somebody's channel. Bring me a receipt.
Yeah, but when I was studying Summers' case, and I went back at the beginning and started from round 1. And I came up with almost 20-some questions. But I cannot allow the escape until I debunk it and see if the information is true. But I will state this. What out there, if anybody can actually help to find true facts on this, what did Candace and Don do like in the last 10 years? Who do they owe money to, and who enemies did they actually pick up? That is the main question that it brought to my life. Who did they piss off?
So what you're trying to say is you think somebody actually kidnapped a child out loud?
It's really leading to me. They owe a lot of money. It is possibility that it is a kidnapping to pay back debt. Okay.
So you think they owe the dope man?
It could be, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't found no traces on it yet, but it is very leading to that possibility.
Okay. Well, what do you think of this Laundrie situation? You think he's somewhere where he's comfortable with Wi-Fi and all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Well, you missed him. He was in the chat before you came.
No, I caught him. I think that's a troll.
Well, it probably is. See, that's the thing about this. You're never going to know if it's the real Laundrie or anybody because it's how
he typed it had suspicions of red flags on him. That's just a troll. It's just trying to cause problems.
Well, allegedly he was in here last week, so that's my point. Is how you going to know who's the real person? You can't know that.
No, you ain't gonna know that until you search his IP and actually look.
Well, allegedly somebody has tracked him down to New York. A New York address is what I heard from off of somebody else's network. That I don't know if it's Mr. Chris has tracked him down on a Twitter account out of New York.
Well, that is true because you can actually get on the internet and use a VPN, and then you can actually.
Well, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. But that's why I tell folks, you got to be very careful talking to people online, getting offline, talking to people, you cackling and he with strangers you don't know nothing about. You don't know what the hell they got going on.
That is true. I just need truck 12. That's all, folks. Sorry about that. Truck 12 on there.
Oh, okay. You on the road. Where are you right now, baby?
Oh, right now I'm in near Woodward, Oklahoma.
Oh, Jesus, you in Oklahoma. You long way from the Queen.
Not very far. I'm
Oklahoma is not near me, Trucker.
Actually, from here to where you're located, I'm actually about 9.5 hours from you.
Yeah, that's a nice way. That's not near me. Well, I want to end this because I'm tired of talking about these people. I'm tired of talking about I'm tired of talking about Summer. I'm tired of talking about now this new story. I just jumped on this story. I had no plans on talking about Miss Petito, you know, because I don't jump on every story just because everybody else is on it. But this is baffling to me. And it's sad, and it's just, to me, it's like all the other stories. There's always somebody that knows something. You hear this all the time when you watch true crime stories, that there are people who can hold a damn secret. There's people that know that somebody killed somebody. They know what they did. They know how they did it. They know what a murder weapon is, but they don't tell. So my mind is said is, why the fuck are you holding on to something? Don't you think this person could do you in? What is wrong with people?
Well, you just actually hit a good case on that. A lot of the no offense to the other creators of YouTube, but they are digging in something that might bite them.
Okay.
I have seen that.
Okay.
Roll on there. But like I said, I have seen it out here. Like for instance, we're tracking on one case right now of a trucker. The case, he was running drugs out of Chicago going down to New Mexico, and he got caught, and he snitched all of them out. He got a free pass and a free ride. He didn't even spend no time in jail. So that right there tells me that, yeah, there are people out there. You just got to be careful on how you search and how you present your facts.
Yeah. Well, I'll mention the stuff that's going on in the queue, what other people are saying, but one thing I tell people in my chat is that I don't put my stamp on anything that's being repeated on the wire and or Facebook and or in the chat. I always bring a news source. So if a person wants to argue, they can argue with the news source, not me.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like a lot of us, we argue with a lot of news source and try to debunk it if it's
a lot of people don't believe the news source. This is what I tell people. You got to get the information from somewhere. So that's just common sense. And my thing is this. A human is repeating a version. So therefore, the version does not mean it's actually true. But what else do you have to go on if you say, I'm going out here to get the story from this person, that person. I don't know if they're telling the truth. I'm just bringing you back the information. And that's really all you have to go on. Is somebody's version. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true.
I saw him shoot her. Well, that's all I have to go on if I'm going to report the story, is that Pookie said he saw somebody shoot Shamiqua. What I got to go on if I don't know nothing else?
Then where's the footage of it? Usually, like a lot of people, if they catch something like that, they usually got it on video or took pictures of it.
Yeah. But there's going to be those times when something jumps off where there's no footage. But what I find interesting with the Petito case is you got a restaurant that's a nice look size restaurant. How's you ain't got no camera? Because let me tell you something. If I'm an owner of an establishment, if I don't got a camera nowhere, I'm going to have it at that register to make sure nobody's stealing my damn money.
That is true.
So most cameras will be on the register if they ain't nowhere else in the building.
Or either that on the back side of the building. I've seen that in a lot of the dark places. They do have cameras hidden up in there too.
Say what again out loud?
That I've actually seen some of the buildings have cameras on the back, like watching the back door or the garbage.
Well, because it depending on what you're selling, what you got, I gotta see if you bring it, if you're taking stuff out of my establishment, like my food, my clothes, my accessories.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to make sure it's no inside job. Nobody's coming up to rob anybody. This is common sense. So this restaurant not having surveillance of this altercation, I don't know if that's true or not, because like I tell people, they don't have to tell you everything. Nobody has to own anything.
No.
Just because you're inquiring does not mean somebody has to own what was going on.
And there's some restaurants that still don't have cameras in there. Only on the cashier.
Right.
And that's it.
Well, I had a lot of questions in my commentary. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Hold on a minute. Because I didn't even address I didn't even address the questions I had from the press conference. I think it's great that all the parents were in cahoots together and stood before for this child, because everybody's family dynamic is not the same. So kudos to these people that they can stand before each other, two sets of family members, to bring us commentary about this child. They all had tattoos they had got done the night before. The FBI told the Petitos not to discuss their relationship with Brian and the Brian family, which is interesting. Why not? Is it because the Laundrie family have not been vocal about anything? So why keep talking about them in the news reports and questioning? Because if you watch the press conference, the reporters were asking about, do you know this? Have you heard from? They debunked everything. They weren't trying to mention Brian's name. And a lot of people will do that because they don't like to give any more clout to the killer or suspected killer.
Oh, you just give me a thought there, Queen.
Okay.
Looking for 2-3 years. Look how Brian's family kept her away from her family and everything like that. So it was in controlling. So how can they actually get a hold of her daughter when they were spending more time down there with Brian's sister and kids, and not giving her a chance to speak to her family and all that?
Right.
That is a good question.
And I find it interesting that when the reporter was asking questions about Brian Laundrie, I guess this was a father or one of the fathers said, they didn't help us with locating our daughter. So why are we going to talk to them about locating their son? Now that's a very valid point. You won't even talk to me about my own damn child when the last time your son saw her was with her, what happened? And I think I'm going to go to you and say, well, where's your son at? I want to know where your son is. Hell no, they ain't getting ready to tell you nothing. And that lets you know they're complicit, because what decent family is not going to talk to the other family about their kid missing and that girl stayed in their house? We're not talking about some random ass woman out here that he just hooked up with and the parents didn't know nothing about her. The girl stayed in their house for 2 years and you won't even talk to the news or nobody about that girl. Man, that's grimy. That's grimy.
Yeah, it is.
That's grimy. They all got tattoos. The family is saying they're trying to stay positive. They want to help others that's going through the same situation. Why no update from his family? Where is he? Where is Brian Laundrie? All this talk about campgrounds, this and that.
And look what the news put out today, that saying that the family of Brian Petito, they can't be charged and be held with
that's
anything.
Florida law. Florida is, you know what? Florida's got some weird laws because 12 members let Casey Anthony go, and I ain't gonna never forget that. So I know there's some people down there that's not well equipped, because there was enough evidence that you should have found that girl guilty, but you didn't. Okay. So
that's right.
Now you got these parents. They maybe have a little money so they can hide their son out, but they're telling you everything you need to know because of what happened when he got back. Riding bicycles through the neighborhood with your mother. What the hell? What is this? Mary Poppins times 20? What is this? You just killed somebody and now you come back riding a bicycle through the neighborhood with your mother.
Excuse me, sorry about that. But that's one messed up family there.
Yeah.
And it's showing, that they are selfish and inconsiderate family, that they only think of Brian. Was he a spoiled brat?
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah. And they had time to get him gone. Now we got information from the dog talking about a campsite and them checking in, 3 checking in, 2 checking out. Information about that bar, the people saying they talked to him at the bar. As I said, where was Gabby when he was at this bar? Where was Gabby when he was at the getting out that car with the lady who dropped him off at the beginning of the park and he didn't want her driving all the way through the park? Where was Gabby then? Was she already dead? Brian won't speak to the public or the news. Why not? Family just now saying something. Why? Because they feel forced, because people are out there protesting, dog getting involved. As many people say with true crime, don't focus on the killer. because we have that problem with focusing on the killer, serial killer in these types of stories and not the victim. The victim ends up getting lost in the shuffle because we're more concerned about the killer, who he, she is, what they did, didn't do, their life, childhood, the dynamics of the killer. But that's natural. But I get it. It's not about the killer. But in this situation, we're on the killer because the killer that we believe to be the killer is at large. Okay. I do commend this family for telling us to try, that they want to focus on other people who are missing, not just their child. Let's see what else I got notes. They didn't want to dismiss the FBI's accomplishments, but they do commend social media for helping out. They received many issues from outside people who had some problems, but they will not speak about those said issues. That's what the rep said. Now, everyone knows Dog has involved himself in this situation. They said they're welcoming all help. Everybody is welcome to help in this, bringing information about their daughter. And let's see, what else do I have? He also said it's shame on you if you don't want to help bring forth information as far as missing persons in general. He wants to also commend the people who work behind the scenes pertaining to his missing child. And as I state, all the family got tattoos the night before. He has full faith in the FBI to do their job. A reporter asked, "What's next?" And he said, "We will not stop. We're remembering Gabby, and we're focusing on getting her name out there and helping others who are missing." And they are pushing forward. And they were asking about how they're coping. And they said, "We have our ups and our downs, the good days and bad days." But what they try to do is remember Gabby and focus on the good memories that they have of her to keep going. That's my said information so far. Yes, crime, the golden child. You know, the sister came forward and said she had not seen her brother since he returned. Do you believe that?
No, I don't.
Why? Why is that?
Well, I mean, sorry about that. I was thinking something else.
If you want to hit the link, hit the link.
I do believe it, that she came forward because she was probably upset.
Well, Kate, this is what I want to know, because, you know, this is the thing about news. I believe in asking pertinent questions. I don't want to do all that duck, duck, goose type stuff. Why didn't you ask the sister, do you believe your brother killed her? That's what you should have been asking her. Because I'd like to see the expression of her when a reporter asked her that. Do you believe your brother killed Gabby Petito? And you wait and see what response she gives, what her facial structure looks like. Tell you a lot. But she already admitted that, yes, they argued a lot. See, that's telling you everything you need to know. These kids didn't have any business being together. They didn't have any business. But this is what happens with people in general. People date people they know are not good for them. You're not evenly yoked with them. It happens every day.
Another question I would ask Brian's sister is, if I could, I would ask them how was they growing up together? What was the situation?
About his life growing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that right there would come out would say, was Brian evil, or was he selfish, or and so on.
Yeah. Who's the favorite? Look, who's the favorite? Who was favoritism? All that. Did he get in trouble as a child? Does he have a sealed record as a child? All those things matter.
Did he get in trouble?
Yeah. Yeah. Did he get in trouble as a child or teenager? So do you agree with Dog Bounty coming on?
Oh, yeah. But wait, Dog did it. He's doing it for Gabby and the Gabby Foundation.
Okay.
He's not doing it for nobody else because of he had a daughter. No offense to Dog. rest in peace. He had a daughter, I think was like around 24, was close to killed. And that's the reason why it really got the dog, and he wanted to come out make peace with Gabby's family.
Yeah. Well, somebody in the chat is saying when they went camping, they was looking for parks in which he could hide. Yeah, but once you check into a place like a cabin or a campground, your name is out there on that book. So once that name's released, somebody knows that you're in the media for whatever reason, they gonna spill the tea.
And also DNA is still left behind if it didn't get cleaned up right, so they can comb that and find it.
Yeah, so it's all of that. Yeah, DNA at this place with the parents, DNA left behind out in the campground, because like I told the fans, you don't know what was left behind at that campground in Teton. You don't know what they left. You don't know if they left soda pop bottles, this and that, and you don't know. You don't know what was left on the victim's body, what was left of the victim's body. You know, I did Google search deterioration of a body, morbid as it sounds. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's down to the bone, depending on the climate. So if you're in a warm climate, it's 3 weeks. The body will deteriorate to bones. Go ahead, honey.
Or what tools they use to do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I think he was a tall guy. I don't think it would have taken much.
No. And if he would have done it right, all he could have done is just come up behind her and snap her neck and just left her.
Yeah. And that's the sad part is, you know, imagining what happened to someone. That's the most horrific thing. It's bad enough you know that she died. And then now we have a coroner saying it was homicide, but not releasing how. And so now your mind is wandering like, well, how did he kill her? And I try not to even think about how she died, such as with Desheena. I don't want to think about how somebody murdered them. You know what I mean? Because it just makes it worse in your mindset.
Yeah, but the coroner's going to go over with the fine-tooth detail comb, and he wants to make sure everything is brought down and dotted and double-checked.
Yeah. This is just, I don't know. But I know here at home, there's a serious issue with Desheena Kyle, African-American female, and then a white woman has just gone missing over the weekend, and then they found another body dumped. So I'm wondering if it's this white lady that's missing, the other body that was found in South Knoxville, because 2 bodies have been discovered, one in North Knoxville and one in South Knoxville. And the one in North Knoxville is 9 times out of 10 believed to be Desheena's. At the South Knoxville body, they have not brought any information or identity of the said person, but we do have a Caucasian female, 45 years of age, missing as I speak.
It could be that one.
Yeah. I'm just, man, when I tell you after last night, getting the information I got personally, which, I can't repeat on the live what was told to me, but I just felt some type of way. I felt sick. I was crying. I was just like, man, I can't. This is just too much for me to digest.
Yeah, especially for us out
because
here.
it's worse. It's worse when you know of the people related to the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like Gabby, I don't know her. I don't know her family. I don't know of her dynamics of what she was doing, not doing. But this case here in Knoxville, I do know of one of the aunts. You know what I'm saying? And I've met the other aunt, and it's a lot to digest.
Well, with the information now that's coming out on Gabby, she's a free-spirited, good-hearted lady that she didn't mean no harm to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually wanted to know people, wanted to get to know them, and everything. She was a friendly, fun-loving person.
But like I told somebody the other day in my chat, because, I speak from experience. You can't judge what you saw in a TikTok video, YouTube video, whatever she posted, didn't post, that's on her. But, to make it seem like a person ain't living their truth, they're living a lie. The point is you don't know people. So you can't say what somebody's living and ain't living. You understand what I'm saying? Just because she didn't post and she was having problems with her boyfriend, that means nothing. Who's going to sit up here and talk about something negative every damn day in a post, Facebook post, YouTube video? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? We all have sins. We all are flawed. There's lots of things about us that people do not know we have going on in our lives. That is common sense. You don't have to talk about it every damn day.
Nope.
That I'm doing this. I got this going on. I got a horrible boyfriend, a horrible wife, horrible children, horrible job. Because it is dead weight to complain and moan about stuff going on in your life. And obviously, Gabby did not want to focus on whatever was negative in her life. She focused on what was positive. And that's what she did. Even having this Bobo Boo-Boo the Clown in her videos, she didn't, maybe perhaps she didn't weigh on the negativity of this guy in her videos to say, yeah, I feel good today, but I'm with a bum. I'm with this hater. I'm with this jealous-ridden human being. You see what I'm saying?
Cheater.
So don't judge her to say her life was a fraud and it wasn't real. Well, she didn't owe you an explanation to tell you what was going on in her life. She didn't have to tell you that, I enjoy living. There's things I want to do in my life, but I'm attracted to this fucking bum. She ain't got to tell you that. Because who wants to tell somebody, hey, I'm trying to do the best with my life, but I'm attracted to this bum over here. Hey, we fight and fuss every damn day. Hey, we don't get along every day. Hey, there's things about him I don't like. Hey, I know there's things about me he don't like. Why is she going to tell you that? She don't have to. And you can tell that she obviously was trying to focus on positive things in her life. And I say this all the time to people who I know, that life can be great if you're in the right stratosphere. You understand? If you yourself try to focus on the good in life, the good in people, you try to enjoy doing things for yourself, going places, doing things, having activities. It's these other two-legged creatures that cause us to strife in life.
Good point, Queen. It's only how you make it.
Yes. And like I told somebody, I can see how some people are negative. If you're in a negative environment every damn day, you're around people that's negative, your environment is negative, how the fuck are you supposed to be happy and positive every day? Because it's easy to preach and say, oh, you should be thankful. God is good. He woke you up. Yeah, we know God woke us up. But if I ain't got nothing good to focus on, then I ain't feeling good. I ain't feeling good. But this chick, she seemed like she was trying to focus on what was positive. I can't hate her for that. I can't be negative for that. She tried to show you what was good to her at that time. It doesn't mean that her life was roses. Did she tell you her life was roses? Did she tell you, yeah, everything's great? Maybe not. So to say her life was a fraud, I don't like that. Because anybody can walk up to us and say the same damn thing. Oh, you're up here, you're talking about this. You act like your life's so great. Well, my thing is, if I didn't tell you my life was great, why did you assume that it was? I didn't tell you that. That's your perception. And that's what's wrong with us. We look at things. Oh, he's got a new car. Oh, he's got a new house. Oh, they got nice jewelry. They got pretty kids. They got this. But it doesn't mean that things are great with these people. It doesn't mean that things are great. And we as people have a habit of envying people because they have something that we want and desire. They got money, they got notoriety, they're famous, they live good, they can shop, they got money in the bank. But it doesn't mean that their life is great because we're looking at the monetary things that they own, the possessions that they own. But 9 times out of 10, as I tell people, if you would go behind the gate, go behind that door, shut that door, live in their circle, you probably wouldn't be that impressed.
Well said, Queen.
Yeah. How are you doing today? Where you in your truck now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have a very much respect for people who drive trucks. I have the utmost respect for truckers because people don't really know what they go through, because I've met a lot of truckers in the past couple of months, and I get to hear the things that people don't get to hear. I get to see the things that people don't get to see, like the truck being broke down, the truck at the truck stop. They got to pay this, they got to pay that. I mean, I had a conversation with somebody last night about the expenses of, you know what I'm saying, having a truck, this and that, the things that us random people don't know about. See, I'm very diverse. I suck in information from everything.
And being too much behind payments on their drug payments and all that.
Everything, you know, because that's why I keep trying to tell people, you really don't know what life's about until you start talking to people and you start hearing their stories and you hear what people are going through, what it's like to live, and you really don't know what life is like. Yes, and they don't see their families for a long time. Everything. You know, the cost. I mean, I was talking to a guy last night, and he's doing what you call what do you call it? Hot shot or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was just sitting there listening. And he was like, "This is the reason why I don't do, you know, regular driving as a truck driver and the expenses." And I'm just like, damn, that's deep. You know, when he started laying it out to me, what, you know, drivers pay for maintenance on tires and this and that. And it was just like, man, people have no idea what it's like. And these people are trying to get your goods to the store to get the stuff you need, your food, your toilet paper, your whatever it is you're trying to buy.
I'll say an example of one. All right, say I'm an owner operator and I'm traveling over about 2,200 miles and I go across the scale and I didn't scale it with my attitude. And turn around, I got popped of $3,200 overweight tickets and got shut down for 10 hours.
Really?
And there goes that load, and plus another load to pay my expenses.
Yeah.
It will hurt us out here.
Yeah. But it was just interesting listening to him talk about, you know, all the things. And he had a relative that's come up from out of town that's doing the same thing. And the guy was saying that trailer thing, the lights were messed up and they were trying to figure out why the lights weren't on. And I just told myself, Lord have mercy. These are the things that nobody thinks about, because why would you think about it? It's not your problem. You're not in that arena. You don't care. But you go in the store and like me, you're complaining, hey, where's the mop? Where's you feel me? Where the damn mops? Why you ain't got no mops in this store? Where are the mops? But somebody had to bring the mops. Somebody's got to unpack it. Somebody's got to now unload it in the store and put it on the shelves. People don't think about those things. See, I think about those things. Because, see, I'm that type of person. I'm diverse. I can empathize with all walks of life. I can empathize with all types of jobs. And that's the thing people don't understand. There's somebody that has to do everything from picking up your trash, separating your recyclables, all of that. Somebody has to do that.
Hey, now.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I used to be a trash man for a while.
But I'm saying somebody has to do it. Somebody got to clean the streets.
Somebody's got to do the dirty work.
All that. And we know that the jobs we have today, people aren't valued in their jobs. That's the reason why most people don't want to do certain jobs, because they already know I'm not getting ready to get value for this job. They're not going to pay me anything to do anything. And when you do like retail, they want you to do like 6 different positions for $7.25. You know, you think about that. Cashier, stocker, clean the store, this and that for $7.25 in this region. Not anywhere else, but I'm speaking of here in Tennessee.
Well, some areas are $10.25 for being a cashier and all that.
Okay, one of the commenters is saying, Dolly C, UK, is saying, we got no petrol in the UK, not enough drivers. Thank you, Dolly. I'm glad you said that. So I'm hoping some crazy person that I met that's a trucker will realize that there are people who are not driving damn trucks. Like
it's everywhere.
Huh?
It's everywhere.
Yes, but he swears, oh, we got people to drive. Oh, and I'm like, man, nobody has a reason to make up they don't got no damn drivers. You can't make somebody be a driver if they don't want to be a driver. Same thing with any profession.
It's not a bad job if you know how to do it. It's like military, being away from the family for 6 months and all that. And I will I'll tell you, I've been out here for 31 years, and I enjoy it still, meeting
Hey,
people, meeting kids, teens, helping them strive in sports and everything, and what kind of questions they come up and ask.
Yeah.
We help them.
Yeah. But that's the thing people don't understand is that it's hard out here. It's hard, and you got a lot of people, as I said, have gotten comfortable on their jobs with not having to work, and they've just decided they've gotten comfortable with the unemployment, and that's the reason why a lot of people probably don't want to go back to work. They've gotten comfortable. I don't think it's really an issue just saying that everybody don't want to work. I just think a lot of people got comfortable with getting the money, more money than what they were making on their job, and they just got comfortable. Because I know people who had salary jobs and they were comfortable. They didn't want to go back to work because once they got used to sitting at home, you understand what I'm saying? And they were able to take care of stuff at their house that they hadn't done, business stuff and take care of personal stuff. They got comfortable. I know somebody now, they said they were comfortable not having to go back to work. That they could, take care of stuff that they needed done at their house that they hadn't been doing. Because they worked every day. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you make excuses, but I think a lot of people, whether it was minimum wage or a salary job, people got comfortable making the money, making the same salary, doing nothing and or making more withdrawing unemployment. But I thank you for coming up here, Mr. Trucker. I'll probably come on a little later. And I think this one will probably be pertaining to missing persons and the Teton part because there's something going on out there, and I don't think it's good at all.
Yeah, that right there, what kind of information you provide, that brings a lot of red flags and suspicious.
Yeah. This guy's missing. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to check out of here. I'm going to read it again because there's something really off with this story with this gentleman, and it's kind of making me scared to death. Okay.
I'm going to jump 50-50 on that one.
Okay. I'm going to read it one more time.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is by CNN News, everybody. Uploaded 15 hours ago. Attention on Gabby Petito case helps bring a different missing person case to an end. A rescue team in Wyoming said the heavy attention paid to the Gabby Petito case helped them find remains believed to be of another missing person that vanished in the same national forest where Petito's remains were found. Remains matching the description of Robert Bob Lowry were found Tuesday at the base of Teton Pass, more than a month after he was last seen. The father of two from Houston traveled to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, on August 19th, according to CNN affiliate KPRC. Lowry, 46, was last seen on August 20th. So he went there on the 19th, and he obviously got gone on the 20th, carrying a black duffel bag and having a sleeping bag and tent, according to the Teton County Sheriff's Office. He was said to be on the Black Canyon Trail in Bridger Teton National Forest near Grand Teton National Park. The trail is popular with hikers and mountain bikers in the summer, according to police. Bridger Teton National Forest is the same location where Gabby Petito's remains were discovered on September 19th. In the days since she was reported missing, Petito's story has made national headlines, spurring digital detectives to come through her online trail to try to solve the case. The story has also further highlighted the tens of thousands of missing person stories that do not garner such intense interest. There were nearly 90,000 active missing person cases in the U.S. as of the end of 2020, according to the National Crime Information Center. Breaking the case. An investigation into Lowry's whereabouts had been ongoing, but due to new tips, a search and rescue team was deployed Tuesday, according to a news release from Teton County Search and Rescue. The widespread news coverage of the Gabby Petito search helped bring light to Lowry's case and resulted in at least two members of the public calling local authorities this past weekend with new information about his possible last seen point. The search and rescue team said remains matching Lowry's description were discovered with the help of volunteer hikers and a search dog team. At about 1 p.m., a dog team located a body in black Nike duffel bag, significantly off trail on a steep, wooded slope, reads the news release. Collectively, the search teams hiked more than 75 miles and covered 22,500 feet in the elevation. The cause of death is under investigation. Bob has been a wonderful father, son, brother, and friend, Lowry's family said in a statement released to CNN affiliate KPRC Tuesday. Our family wants to thank the news media and others involved in the search for our privacy at this time. This is something odd, man. It said the investigation into his whereabouts had been ongoing, but due to new tips, a search and rescue team was deployed Tuesday, according to a news release. So that was yesterday. It's Wednesday. What the hell tip came in to say where the hell you could find this damn white man? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, something's really special about that.
Yeah, something's up. Something's up. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. So what are we saying, Outlaw? Is he killing these people? What is it?
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's been watching campsites and all that. And when he gets the time, that he snags them without being seen and taking them up there in the mountains.
So do you think this has anything to do with that damn book everybody was crying about a week ago? Because, you know, I try not to do conspiracy theories and this and that. But now that we're talking about another dead body popping up, man, my radar is on right now.
Yeah, in the same area where Gabby was.
Yeah. And the other two ladies too, right?
I heard of one more, but I didn't hear the other one.
Yeah, well, there's two women. They said two gay women were found dead. But the police are saying that doesn't have anything to do with Petito.
No.
But it still looks bad if it's the same park.
Yeah.
And then you got those two, Petito, now this guy. Really? So what we have to ask ourselves, is his personal effects such as debit card, credit card being used? That's where the catch is gonna be. Oh Lord. I will be back on a little later pertaining to this disappearance and now body being discovered of Mr. Laundrie, to see where this is going. If this has anything to do with Petito and the other two women. Mr. Trucker, I thank you so very much for joining me.
No, not a problem, ma'am. If
you'll be on
your next one, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on a couple of hours. I'm gonna rest up and then I'll come back on a little later tonight. I'll try not to come on too late. Let's see, what time is it? 6:27. I'll try to be on no more later than 10 o'clock. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Outlaw. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, later.
Okay, bye, baby. Okay, that was Outlaw Trucker. Prayers for our truckers out there that's doing the job to get our things and goodies to our set location so we can shop. Prayers for the Desheena Kyle's family. Prayers for the Muncie family. We have now another dead body that's popped up here in Knoxville, Tennessee. We have a Caucasian lady missing, Miss Muncie. I do not know if this is her body or not. I think it's very strange. These bodies are surfacing like gangbusters up here. And I don't know what the hell is going on. But, man, you people need to stop. Seriously. You people need to stop. Thank you, Outlaw. You people need to stop. This is getting outrageous. Prayers to Desheena's family. I am so disgusted and hurt right now. I'm telling you, I can't even explain the feelings I have inside of me. I want to just punch a wall pertaining to this baby dog. I just want to punch a wall. I want to go to the penal farm. I want to get in behind that damn cage. I want to shake this Negro. I want to shake him down because I know you did something to Mr. Desheena. But I know that God is going to handle this. I know God's got this. He's going to handle this. He's going to handle you. He's going to handle you. Because vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Amen. I will bring you more information pertaining to Gabby Petito and this hunt for Brian Laundrie. I do not know what is going on out there in that park, if we have a serial killer on the loose. But now that we have another victim coming forward, a body of Mr. Lowry that went missing in August, and now that a body has been discovered in the park, there's something funky going on out there. And I don't know if Petito is to jump off of whatever was going on out there, but that can happen. One thing leads to another. And God's got his hand in this. He's saying, I'm not going to let my children lie out here like trash. I got to get them home. Amen. I got to get them home. And as the old black folks saying would be, this is not your home. This is not our home. Amen. It is not. You're only here for a little while. You see, even if you own your land, your house, you renting it because you can't take it with you. Amen. You can't take it with you. So you're only bartering for a spell on top of this dirt. And I'm going to say this to the people in the chat and the people who loyally follow me and my content. You're only here for a spell, sweetheart. Make the best of your visit here because you can't take nothing with you. So try to live the best life that you can because this is not your home and nothing has been promised to you. So you want to try to live a full life, wholesome life as best that you know how because this is not your home. You're only here for a spell. So try to make the best of it. I want to thank all of you for joining me. I want to thank the new mods on deck. I want to thank the people who support me. I want to thank Miss Crystal Moore. That's my ace in the hole. Amen. I want to thank all of you. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for following the content, my new subscribers. I want to thank those who have passed my name along my channel to listen to the said information. I'm a compassionate person. I am a right fighter. I am for the children. I am for the unjust. I'm for those who have been downtrodden. I'm for those who have not been given a voice. That's my plight. That's my plight. I am for those who do not have a voice. I'm feeling some type of way right now about Desheena Kyle, so I'm going to check out of here because I'm disgusted right now. But I will be back on later on to discuss what in God's name is going on in that park out west. There's some facetiousness going on. There's some hanky-panky going on. And I pray that we do not have a serial killer in our midst. So I'm going to say this to anybody that's out here camping and hiking. Baby, find you something else to do. Look at the mountains from afar like what I do. I'm right near the mountains. I don't got to be up in there to prove nothing to nobody. I can drive by with a view of the highest peak and say, God is good, he's great, how beautiful the top of that peak is, but I ain't got to be up in there to appreciate it. And I think some of you need to understand that. You ain't got to be up in it to appreciate it because we have sick people out here. And once you get out there in that wilderness by yourself, you are on your own. And the cavalry may not come in time in case something happens to you. And you need to think about that. Whether you're single, a family member with children, kids, whichsoever, you need to use common sense. That the wilderness is not for man. Come on, Quay. That's for the animals. That's why they're out there. It wasn't for man. And see, you try to do and be something that wasn't designed for you in the first place. Love you too, Tanya. That's for the animals. That's why they're out there. And it's time for man to understand his role in life. Because I think some of you have gotten beside yourself and you don't understand your role in life. That's not your role to be in the wilderness, to be in the swamp, to be hiking in the mountains, to be hiking out in Death Valley. Come on, Quay. That's not your place. That's not your place. Know your place. I want to thank you. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. This is Everyday Shenanigans. I'll be back on later. Thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Stay safe. If you see something, say something. Desheena, Kyle, we got this, baby. Chat with Carr, missing out of Clinton, Tennessee, from the foundation. Make Mindy Lowe stand account for the halfway house where he went missing. We're going to ride you to the very end until we get justice for Chat with Carr. We get justice for Desheena Kyle. We get justice for Miss Petito. We get justice for Summer Wells. And we get justice for the Cal City boys. You can't hide. It ain't meant for you to hide. We're going to get justice for all of these said missing adults and children. And whomever I didn't name, we're going to get justice. Because these are God's children. These are not your children. And he is the only one that can say how and when his children can leave the earth. Not before or not after. Because he is the Alpha and Omega. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you all so much. God bless you. It's Everyday Shenanigans.